All right, let's do our intro, okay? One sec. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining episode 7 of the ACKS Imperial Imprint actual play campaign, The Grey Brotherhood. 30 years ago, we were comrades at the West Point Wargames Club. Now we've come together again to play Adventure Conquer King System Imperial Imprint, or ACKS II, a new edition that will be crowdfunding next month. If you're just now joining the campaign, be sure to check the description below for a link to the Annals of the Grey Brotherhood. The Annals are being written by Jonathan Oldenburg, author of Tears from Iron, who is currently playing Gwynfor in the campaign. Anytime you need a refresher, you can just check the link in the description to review everything that's gone before. Also, Jonathan's book is currently on sale on Amazon, so be sure to check it out. We pick up in the fortress of Turas Tem, where the Grey Brotherhood has just arrived at the training ground to recruit interested soldiers. It is just after dawn on the 14th of Zigilin in the Imperial year 381. Okay, so you are at the parade ground outside of Turas Tem. The various legionnaires are working, and the middle-aged, grumpy-looking centurion that you met last time you were here waves a hand at you as you approach.
And I'm in my fancy elven getup.
That's okay. Right, and we've got Avaro and Horaeus bearing the standard.
Okay, so you come marching up with the standard, and the centurion Axios Solarion kind of, looks at you. It's like, that's a really impressive standard.
Good morning, Centurion. We've come to see if we can appeal to more legionnaires who might want to join our cause. But I wanted to make sure we had your permission, of course, before doing that.
As in Doris Imperi, I don't speak classical Arn. What does it say?
I will recite it to him because I do, but I don't remember what it says.
Sure, no problem.
I think it's actually on the inventory.
Yep, it says, "Be it known that in the 421st year since the fall of the Thracians, in the reign of the sorcerer king Sebek of Zahar, here did Azandor of Tyrrhenia call down the fortress of Amanar upon the temple of Saqqara." Okay, he's like,
so I'll recite that to him.
Wow. Well, are you here to pick up more bodies?
Not pick up bodies. Avaro's with us still, and Avaro can vouch for our competence and the opportunities for courage and glory and service.
Avaro says there are absolutely opportunities for courage and glory. Jenna's like, I noticed you didn't say anything about competence. Shush, wench. He says, well, Axios is like, well, listen, I've actually picked out 2 soldiers that I think would be a really good fit for you. Why don't I call them over? You'll have to persuade them to join, but personally, I think these are your best choices. Agalor, get over here. And Turok, get over here. All right. So 2 of the legionaries drop out of formation and come hustling towards you. The first of them, the one he called Agalor, is a strongly built Tyrrhenian man with fit muscles, low body fat, calloused hands, chiseled jaw, and then these really wet, dewy, weepy eyes. The other one looks like he's a mix of Chrysaean and Tyrrhenian. He has a huge round head, broad shoulders, huge hands, and then his eyes are so glazed over that it's not clear there's anything sapient behind them. And the first one presents himself, Agalor Stellum Doran, Imperial Legion. Except what he actually says is, Agalor Stellum Doran, Imperial Legion. And he's not able to make eye contact with you. You've never heard such a squeaky girlish voice in such a manly body before.
Agalor the Aqueous.
Oh, my brothers, welcome. We are here to address you and see to to call for you to help us in this great struggle against the forces of evil and chaos. This land is blighted. You know it as well as I. You've seen it in your dreams, that vision of blood and darkness and ruin. We are the defense against this specter, you and I. To both of us has been given a purpose. You stand here in service to your legate, guarding the hard borderlands of this realm. Should you resolve to continue in this task, I honor you. We need brave warriors securing this dangerous frontier. But for those who, with the courage and valor, a great purpose has fallen to us. Aminar himself has revealed his staff, his standard, to drive into the heart of the evil that has plagued this land and strike it down. Will you follow the banner of the Lightbringer and join the Grey Brotherhood on this sacred quest? Probably the wrong audience for this, but oh well.
All right. So Agalor is like nodding along, and he's like, that was an incredible speech up there with some of the best rhetoric I've heard in military history readings. And Turok says, you talk pretty.
Well, thank you. I try to kill pretty too.
Turok, big as bull. Turok, strong as bull. Turok, smart as bull. Not good soldier, but good killer.
What we need is good killers.
That's what
Are
we
you
need.
interested?
All right. Well, let's see if they're interested. So go ahead and roll to recruit. So let's start with Agalor. So
What kind of bonuses do I get from my overbearing speech?
you will have a +1 bonus. If you'd like to add a signing bonus or something like that, you can do so. But right now you're at +1.
Should we add a signing bonus, John, or should we start with the... What do you think?
Well, we don't have. We've got like 30. Well, Alex, I guess concurrently with this, I could be going and trying to move the other stuff in the market. So yes, go ahead and yeah.
All right. We'll do the smaller, was it weeks bonus? Is that what it is?
You get a week's pay is +1 bonus. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let's do that.
All right. So you're at
All right.
+2 minus your charisma, so +1.
Oh, okay. I thought the +1 was net. All right.
Okay. So Agalor says, I'm certainly interested, but I think I'd like a larger signing bonus. Roll for Turok.
Ah.
All right.
Sorry,
Turok
that
says,
should be a 7. That should be a 7.
no problem. Turok says, me too.
I say we do it. Let's go
right.
for a month. A month.
12 and 12. Okay.
All right.
All right. So they have joined your group then.
Okay. I don't have to roll again. All right, sweet. I was worried about more rolls.
Oh, I guess technically you do have to roll again. Let me see.
Well, I should have shut my mouth.
Oh, yeah, you have to roll again. You must sweeten the deal in order to get an additional roll. So now you're rolling again with an additional +1.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not +2.
Now now you got +2.
Got him.
There we go, I think.
Agalor is like, well, I'm in. Okay.
All right. Welcome.
Gwynfor, two
Yes.
henchmen.
2 henchmen.
Yes.
See if I
Gwynfor
can
now
keep him
has
this time.
henchmen. All right. So I have just moved them into your sheet, so you can now take a look at them if you'd like.
Once again, the fancy suit saves the day.
And the standard and the money.
It all worked together.
Hopefully my speech helped a little bit too.
Yeah.
It did. I gave you a +1 for it all in. All right. Very good. Very good. So, Jonathan, you should be able to see. So, Agalor is Agalor is strong, smart, strong-willed, swift, tough, everything you'd want in a hero except for his squeaky voice and shifty-eyed inability to maintain eye contact with others. He feels unappreciated. So he is almost qualified to be a Nobiran and then rolled a charisma of 5. So, and then...
Looks like Turok has intelligence 3.
Turok literally has intelligence 3, yeah. And wisdom 7.
Oh my goodness, look at the con on Agalor. 17 con.
Yeah.
And 18 strength on Turok. Wow, okay. These are almost like cliche characters, you know, the smart shy one and the big dumb one. Like of Mice and Men or something, I don't know.
I was just thinking that. Looney.
Okay, Gwynfor.
Am I the mouse or the man?
Gwynfor, we should get.
Man.
We can get another bow and short bow and arrows. Which one you want to get them for?
Agalor says, if I can suggest something, it would be worthless to have. Sorry, is it okay for me to speak?
Oh, yes.
It would be worthless to give a bow to Lunk over here. He's not a great shot. I'm a better shot than he is. And also, he's better at breaking things with his fists.
See that? Yes, thank you for the advice. And please do. Feel free to speak up anytime. This was a brotherhood.
Really? Oh, that's really exciting. Most people ask me not to talk.
All right.
While
we're in town, I wanted to go.
Go ahead. I was going to say, next I'm going to try to unload the cloth at the marketplace.
Okay.
And then I can sell I think one of the fetishes and
sure.
One of the tapestries and one agate.
Okay. So let's see. You are able to sell 2 stone of clothing in the market, or you have textiles or clothing.
It says red dyed cloth.
Okay, so that's textiles. So 3 stone.
Yeah. Okay. Can I? Oh, that's what the market can bear. That's right. That's right. Okay.
Yep. Per day that you want to go into the market.
Well, so I'm commissioning one extra thing of horsetail, and that's going to take 3 days anyways. So we got today and 2 more other days to do stuff. So then looks like we've made good on our recruiting. So then I would spend 3 days at the market, Alex.
Okay, and so you're going to sell then 9 stone of cloth of the red dyed cloth. Okay. All right. Do you want to try and haggle for it, or do you just want to sell it for market value and just get it out of there?
Haggle. You're a venturer.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What's the base value on your cloth?
10. It's 10 rolls, and the base value is 10 gold pieces per roll.
And each roll is what?
Each roll 4 stone.
4 stone. Okay. So for simplicity, we'll say it's 4 stone per day. So we can do 1 roll a day.
Okay.
All right. So first day, spot price on the market is he'll give you 9 gold pieces for the roll.
Okay.
Arrow post. Do you want to bargain with him or take the spot price?
Yeah, I'll try to bargain with him.
Okay. Make a 2d6 plus charisma bonus and bargaining bonus. So what plus 1 per rank of bargaining you have?
I think that's a +3.
You're a good bargainer. let's see. How'd you roll? 8. Okay. All right. So he is unwilling to meet your price. Says, look, it's 9 gold. Take it or leave it.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Second day.
Next day.
All right. Okay. So, price reset. Okay. Next day, he offers you 9 again.
Okay. I'll just take it and move on to day 3.
Okay. All right. And day 3, he offers you 9 again.
Okay.
All right. So you got 27 gold.
First day,
Say again?
on that first day, that first day, while he's selling after I've done recruiting, I'd like to go to the hospital.
Okay.
I assume at some point we're going to attend Zopiros' funeral too. I don't know if we need to roleplay that or not, but
We don't need to role play that. Yeah, but sure.
But I would like to talk to the priestess.
Okay. Priestess Jenilyn, the old lady.
Good morning, priestess, or afternoon, or whatever time of day it happens to be.
Good morning.
I had a question. Good morning. I had a question for you. I was hoping you and your wisdom on healing and burial rites might be able to assist us with. As you're aware, we're going into this temple that's causing these dreams of blood and nightmares. And we've learned, to our horror, that it seems like dead bodies in that temple become undead after a period of time. And I was wondering if you had any kind of knowledge on 2 things. First, how long it might take for those bodies to become undead. How quickly they need to be dealt with before they become undead. And second, the best way to ensure that doesn't happen, keeping in mind that we're trying to move fairly quickly and quietly. So I'm hoping you maybe have some wisdom to share with us.
Well, if the dead, she kind of like thinks about it. She says, as you know, in the Empyrean faith, we are taught to cremate the dead and then to entomb them in their ashes in a shrine dedicated to the Empyrean gods. And those are ancient practices that are derived to prevent the undead from returning. When the Zaharans ruled the land and everything was shadowed with darkness, it was often the case that within a few weeks, perhaps 1 week, perhaps 12 weeks, perhaps 6 weeks, about 1 in 10 dead would rise as undead. Now, in most places, the light of Aminar now shines and that doesn't happen, but there are still sinkholes of evil that dot the land where this can occur. Some sinkholes are even more than shadowed. They're blighted or even forsaken. In a blighted sinkhole, undead might return in a matter of days. In a forsaken sinkhole, they can return in a matter of minutes. And the number that return will be much greater. To prevent it, the best way is to burn the body to ash. But of course, cremating a human body takes an enormous amount of fuel. If you're low for time, just cut off the head. The head itself may still animate, but the body will not.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Have you found it yet?
The heart?
The heart.
No. But we're on the path.
I don't know whether to pray that you do find it or that you don't. Either way, Mitiara's blessing upon you.
Thank you. That's all I have. Thank you. And I'd like to spend the rest of my time studying leadership.
Okay, so you accumulate 3 days of study for the PCs. Okay, that's fine. Then we will advance the clock to 15th, 16th, 17th of Zingerland. And that is, you can now depart if you like, having picked up your horsetail.
And and rations for our new guys. And Jonathan, can you go ahead and it looks like I can't add. I've got one backpack in storage, and then I purchased another backpack. So one backpack for each of your guys.
Okay. We'll see if I can figure out how to do that.
Just if you go to the far right, on the little thing at the top for compendium packs. Do you see that thing?
No, I'm probably doing it the wrong way then. Far right. Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, and equipment?
Yeah. And then just like for equipment, backpacks at the top, just drag it over onto Turok.
That's too easy. Okay, cool. Got it. Thank you.
And then do another one for Aguilar.
Got it.
Oh,
It looks like Aguilar's already got his bow.
Yeah. Okay. So it worked. It worked for me when I did it for him. Okay.
Now I got backpacks on both, so they're good to go.
Okay. I'm deleting it from the stash.
Okay, great.
Okay. Then let me check the. Yep. Okay. We're ready.
Are you thinking of taking the ox cart this time, Sean?
So what we were going to do? Yes. What I was planning to do is with the trail that Lucan found for us. I think we can take the 2 mules. We can take the cart, and heck, we might even be able to stick it inside the entryway. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it fits. If not,
get in there and block it. Yeah.
Yeah. Use it to block the door.
Okay.
Hey,
So you're going to take.
out,
Yep.
So, as I understand as I gained this demonic familiar, I gained an additional proficiency by virtue of having the familiar.
Yes, and
I don't know that we decided on a proficiency. Who does that? Do you or do I?
Normally I would do so, but since I forgot to do so, you are welcome to choose what you'd like.
Well, maybe I could.
But
say that again.
I didn't write it down. I think he did, but I didn't write it down.
Yeah, I thought I did, but I didn't write it
Lore
down.
mastery, right?
Oh, it was
Was it
lore
lore
mastery.
mastery?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was looking at my character sheet. I didn't have it on there, so I didn't remember.
Yeah, it was lore mastery. That's right.
Okay. That's one of the ones I wouldn't have picked. Curses. Okay. I was thinking Black Lore of Zahar seemed so fitting.
Oh, that is really fitting, actually. Yeah, I'm happy to do Black Lore of Zahar. I just didn't occur to me.
Oh.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, the ones I was looking at would be either that or expanded repertoire. Maybe healing, but that doesn't really seem in keeping with having a demonic familiar.
No, I think Black Lore is perfect.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
I can.
You're on the staff, Tyrannius.
Yeah, I like my little team of undead.
Alex, one other thing is I'm going to leave all but 10 of the doses of wound wart in Araposa's vault.
Okay, got it.
So I'm going to leave 55 in there. So that way in the party stash, we've only got 10.
Okay, I see you're updating that right now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, brilliant. So you're taking the cart then, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that'll be, so you can move at speed of 120 up the road. So that takes about a quarter of a day. Then 3 miles moving at a speed of 12 takes another quarter of the day. And then the end of the day puts you there. Okay. So, as you push your way into the Viespin forest, It's a primeval forest of cedar, yew, and oak trees. You can see here and there signs of the agroforestry of the elves that once made it has blossomed like an orchard, but now it has grown wild and dangerous. As you're making your way through the forest, you espy a cave entrance that you had not previously seen.
Is this in the hex south of the temple?
Yes.
Okay. Part of me says just leave it be, but stay on
Yeah,
target. I don't know.
I'm inclined to try to skirt around it, mark the position. Terenius, what do you feel?
I was wondering if maybe we could ask our explorer types to get a sense of what this cave might be for without going in it.
Well, of course, we don't have any explorers anymore, but we do have
Yeah.
two. They do have two thieves who might want to apply their
Yeah.
sneakiness.
I prefer the term treasure hunter, says Jenna Vale.
My apologies. We have two treasure hunters. Well, one treasure hunter and one thief. Right, right, Avarice?
Tomato. So Jenna looks at you and she's like, "You're asking me to go into that cave alone?"
I don't know that I would. I'm just saying that they're the only ones who might, but I don't know.
My thinking is we could look at it and try to assess if it looks like a bear's lair or if it looks like there's a well-traveled path into it. There must be some sign of what goes in and out of that cave.
All right. Well, would you like to move closer to investigate it?
Well, if we're gonna do that, why don't we dismount and kind of set up a position to with in a semicircle,
Okay.
and so we can yeah, and let's
Hey,
see.
this could be that dragon. There was a dragon in here. Somewhere.
Jenna's like, I'm definitely not going in if you think that this is a dragon lair. All right, so you've dismounted and you formed up around it. You see that it was pure happenstance that you happened to glimpse the cave entrance. It's actually fairly hard to see because of the vegetation of the trees and forests, and also fairly hard to access. Looks like mules could do it. Maybe if you move slowly, the wagon could do it, but you don't see any particular evidence that a lot of animals or beastmen are trekking into the cave.
Honestly,
I'm inclined.
out of
Go ahead.
I was gonna say out of game. I was gonna make one comment. I think that what Jenna was warning us is if we force henchmen to do things that we don't do ourselves, that causes loyalty issues.
Yeah.
So we don't want to do that.
They have to make
Yeah.
checks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to mark the location and move on with our mission.
I think so too. Unless we know that there's it could certainly be another brigand lair, which would be a reason to weed it out. But if it's just, some monsters who aren't really causing problems for the greater area, or just a bear den, well, bears live in forests.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I rub my throat and I remember the pain. Yeah, maybe we should leave this be.
Maybe we'll leave it be. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, it's getting to be towards sunset, so you guys need to make camp. The sky's been overcast all day. It's a little achy in the bones.
we camp by the orchard again.
Yeah, you can
And-
camp by the orchard. Sure.
Are the apricots still any good? I'm not
Yes,
sure how
they
long
are.
they're good on the trees. All right, let's feast.
It's only been a few days, so all right. So you guys eat some apricots so as to avoid having to consume your rations, and bunker down for the night. So you are awakened with the patter of rain. It is a cool and drizzly day. The temperature has dropped from in the mid 80s down to about 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and it has begun to rain strong spring drizzle.
Okay.
It's the 19th? Or is it the 20th?
It's the 18th. Yesterday was the 17th.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I have a proposed revised march order.
All
Since
right.
we lost our,
Okay.
I'll paste it in the chat here. Basically, it's the same as we had before. Just putting Agalor. Well, I know I did get that backwards. I'm sorry, I got that backwards. Should put Turok in the front next to me because he's the big heavy killer, and Agalor in the back because he's the archer, or he's one who's both good with the bow and the spear.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Sounds
good
good.
with that.
Sounds good. Well, so
Press on.
on the 18th, it takes you about four or 5 hours of hard marching, and you reach the buried temple. You are not yet inside, but we'll just go ahead and move that there. Okay. So take it off pause, drop in your new characters. There's Agalor, and there is
I look an awful lot like Avro.
they do look a lot like Avro. They
Look
are
like-
armed. Exactly. Where is Avro?
They're brothers in
I think he's
arms.
hiding in the middle. I see a shield in the middle. A
Down
Centurion
the
shield in the
middle
middle.
Underneath Ziodana, maybe?
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so at the temple, it looks as it has in the past. The door has been shut, and unlike the last time you were here, it is now guarded by something other than kobolds. It is guarded by orcs. And you see 4 orc crossbowmen.
Do they look alert?
They look moderately alert. You know, they're orcs, so they're not the most disciplined of soldiers, but they look moderately alert. They're kind of squinting out, kind of uneasy to be out there on guard duty. So you guys are at the edge of the bushes. Your thief has prowled forward per your standard operating procedure and reported back what he's seen. So,
Well,
Oh, I just realized I
What
made
do
a
you think?
mistake. I put Jenna in the middle, by the way, and she probably should be back. But sorry, that's a tangent. I just realized because when you said thief, I thought we have 2 thieves. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, is there? Do we have any other option than to just shoot these ones too and hope we get them all this time?
I think we do what we did before. Overwhelming ambush, and hope for some really good hits.
yeah. On that note, let me mention that we have changed, based on playtest feedback, we've changed the slumber spell slightly. The slumber spell used to be a 20-foot diameter, but all the creatures got saving throws, and it only worked on 2 hit dice or less. It is now a 10-foot diameter, so it's a smaller radius, but it works on up to 5 hit die creatures, and creatures under 2 hit die get no saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, so that's significant.
Yeah.
And orcs are 1 hit die.
Orcs are 1 hit die. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you guys are going to move forward, I'm going to roll to see if they are surprised. They have a penalty to be surprised because of Okay, they are not surprised, so we go to initiative. So,
This door guard surprise roll.
So as a general comment, I was thinking about whether we want to use the slumber spell right on the door guards, but I was thinking that's kind of wasted. Which is why I didn't declare.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we can. Yeah, let's save that for.
All right, Lucan Habas is up first.
He's no longer with us.
Yeah, he's
Oh, that's right.
our explorer.
Yeah. Boop.
Rub the salt on the wound.
All right, Heros Megavericos is up first.
So I guess I'll control Higlak if everybody's okay with that. Higlak
Sure.
and
Do it.
who were his?
Heraeus is his guy.
And Heraeus is his guy too?
Yeah, Heraeus and Higlak. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So both
Avarice.
Heraeus. Yeah.
And Avarice, right?
I thought, wasn't one of those belong to Tyrannius?
No, no, that's Avaroil belongs to Trinius.
Okay.
I might have been playing them last time for some reason.
Yeah, he was just playing.
You want to play Newton's
Okay.
guys, Willie?
Sure, I could pick up somebody. Who do you want me to pick up?
He's got Raymond and
Ravilla and Zayadano.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Heraeus does not have Shortbow, but Higlak does.
Okay.
So he's going to shoot one front left.
Okay. All right. His arrow misses. I guess Heraeus is delaying. So Jenna.
Yep. She is going to shoot same one front left.
Okay. Oh, Jenna's arrows miss. Augalor.
he will shoot. We're having bad luck with that left one. He'll shoot the one on the right.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. So Augalor places a lethal arrow shot and says, "This is how it's done." And one of the crossbowmen drops. He cleaves.
And the next one to the right.
Hits AC 3, which is a hit for 3 points. So that one is still alive. All right. Next up is Ravilla.
Delay.
Okay. Turok.
He doesn't have a missile weapon, right?
Well, that's mine. Yeah,
Yeah.
he will delay.
Really? Your int 3 warrior is delaying. Okay.
Well, I don't think he can charge that far into the distance. Can he charge across all that?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, he can.
It'll
Charge the
get
guy on
in
the
the
left.
way.
Why not?
Don't let him
If
wave
there's
the
one
red
on the
flag.
left, He's
Charge the one on the
got
left?
N3. He's
All
gonna
right.
charge the one on the left.
You
He'll
go,
get in the way.
Turok! All right, he gets +2 to his attack throw for the charge.
He'll be in the way of those other two, hopefully. All right. It does seem into his character role playing. Fine. Oops. Sorry, I'm having issues. Okay.
All right. So, you didn't add your +2 from charge, did you?
No, I did not.
So you hit
So
AC
AC
2, which is sadly not enough.
Oh,
All right. So the orc manages to step out of the way at the last minute, and your spear glances off the massive statue. Okay. Goes to Mandonio.
Well, Mandonio will, if we're all charging in, he'll do the same. To the same, on the same orc. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Right there.
All right. He gets +2 for charge.
Orc has dodged 3 shots so far. Get him. Ah. That stupid orc.
Wow. All right. Next up is this orc. Okay, well, so he's got two guys on him. He drops his crossbow and yanks up his hand axe and attacks. He will attack, I think he's going to attack Turok, who looks terrifying to him. And glances off of Turok's shield. All right, Avarice is up.
Can Avarice shoot the one on the top right, or is
Yes,
that
yes,
still
he
considered melee?
Yep, he's clear.
Okay.
All right, Avarice's arrow whistles out, impacts the creature right in the eye, and it stumbles over dead. Okay. Goes to Castanus.
Then I am going to try to shoot the last one.
Okay. Nice. All right. Castanus, lethal shot right into the chest. It clutches, gurgles up blood from its bloodied lung, and topples over dead. Okay. Goes to Zayadana.
All right. Am I doing Zaydana then?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Zaydana is going to charge in to engage the orc.
Okay. So she's got a spear. Oh.
So here we go.
Oh, she breaks her spear. Okay. Shatters on the pavement as the invincible orc dodges the attack. All right. Tyrenius?
Tyrenius is going to delay.
Gwynfor.
I will charge in as well. Might as well join the fun.
Do you have a spear, Gwynfor?
I do have a spear.
Okay, 10, 20, 30. All right, so there you go.
And I'll add the +2 this time.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
There it is.
Ah.
All right. So Gwynfor is the
Savage.
one. And the orc is getting pressed back. And finally, his back is to the statue, and there's no place else for him to go. And Gwynfor shows up, and like a serpent, his spear snickers out and claims his life. Okay.
Turok says, "See, boss, I knew what I was doing."
All right, so how many mules do you guys have at this point?
4.
So 1, 2, 4 mules. Okay. Whoa. All right, very good. Well, what do you want to do? You are at the dungeon.
Let's set up a security with some heavy fighters towards the door, and the rest of us search the bodies.
Okay. All right, so you put some security up at the door with the heavies, and the orcs do not have anything of particular interest, just some scraps of long pork, jerky, and hand axe, crossbow.
So I say we behead them. We behead the bodies and cart them like to the side.
Okay, so you guys decapitate the bodies and pull them off into the rubble.
Now let's see if the cart can fit through the front door.
The cart can fit through the front door, although it will be loud because it will be wooden wheels clattering on stone. So it will be very, very, very loud.
So what do you guys think about kind of using the cart to block the door?
Probably might be blocking our exit
What?
too.
I said that in jest, and we would end up losing the cart because I'm sure someone would destroy it to gain access. So maybe
So
not
should
the
we
best
just-
idea.
What if we just brought the cart inside the just right inside the front door and left it there?
Or we could leave it right outside the front door too. Oh,
Yeah, the tunnel entrance or the temple entrance here would be like amplifying the sound that would just transmit down inwards and give everyone warning of our entrance.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe we should just stow it. Rather than even leave it there, maybe we should just stow it in the trees so that we don't give away that we're here. It's not that far from the tree line.
As an experienced adventurer now, I feel like I could guard the wagon with the mules while you all go in, says Jenavale.
Huh.
Hmm.
Should we detail someone to accompany her?
Well, if she's found out, all she has, her only choice is to run at that point. I mean, she's not going to be able to guard the wagon. I mean, Jenna's spectacular, of course, but one person against a brigand troop or whatever. Her only choice is to run and hide or run away, or die heroically in the name of the Grey Brotherhood. And I don't want to wish any of those on her.
Yeah.
So I recommend that she stay with us and be our rear guard. With us to forward and have her be back.
I pull you aside and I say, well, the other thing is we might come out and everything's gone. How trustworthy and committed to us is she?
Well, she doesn't have an imp on her shoulder.
That's true.
Hey, that's not very nice.
He really taught me a lot.
This is why no one likes elves.
I know we had to bribe her to get her to stay with us.
I think no one likes elves because they can never understand when we talk.
Well, I agree with your plan to have her come with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Should bring everybody in.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, I realize that Zopiro's still in my march order too.
So it looks like you just got Jenna.
It's grossly out of date.
Yeah. Antonio and Heraeus, Zayadana and Agalor. Okay. All right. That's your formation.
I think I got everybody there now, corrected.
Yep. Now you got everybody. So what are you going to do with the cart and the mules?
Well, the mules can come in with us. I was thinking Turok, maybe, or Turok and Jenna can guide the mules. Guide mule.
Okay.
Well, if Jenna's guiding the mules, she can't be in the middle. I mean, she can't be scouting behind us.
By dear Castinus, the mules will be guiding him.
Would it make sense for Zeodana and Agalor for the second rank from the back to be guiding the mules, and they can step around the mules if there's problems and form a second rank? I don't know.
The 4 mules takes up a lot of space.
That's true. Maybe Castinus and Tyrrhenius should guide the mules and just let go. Will mules stand still in general if they just drop their halters? Or whatever their proper term.
Yeah, and and they'll tend to sort of freeze up under stress. They don't tend to move under stress.
Or Ravila and one of the Ravila and either Castinus or Tyrrhenius.
Tyrrhenius will volunteer. I don't really care for these animals, but
okay,
they're just dumb animals. They'll follow any lead.
Yeah.
All right, so something like this then.
That I'm close to my darts.
Something like that.
Well, we probably can move Zeodana now in the back behind the mules again, and Agalor back behind the mules. Sorry, we're changing things up on you, Alex.
That's fine. I'm
and they'd be in the second rank behind the mules. Yeah,
I'm just confused as to okay. You guys are very concerned about being attacked in the rear. Feels like.
Well, it's only happened a couple times.
Yeah, if it hadn't happened.
All right, sounds good. Now what? You formed up.
Okay,
The mules look around nervously.
so what do you guys think about? So we think it's a bad idea to just push the cart immediately inside and leave it there. So it would, so we would be moving like 2 or 3 squares.
It'll just make a racket.
Okay.
Whether it's a good idea or a bad idea is up to you guys.
I think maybe we should just stow it in the
game mechanical terms. The way it gets structured is some sort of loud noise like that would trigger an additional wandering monster check. So it might be that absolutely nothing happens. It might be you trigger an encounter.
Okay.
If we're just stowing it in the bushes, it's not that far away. We can grab it. Of course, we've always made some pretty quick egresses, so that's the best idea either. But
let's live a little. Engage.
You gonna take the cart in?
I'm kind of.
Sean really wants to. I think let's go for
All right.
it. What's the worst that could happen, right?
All right. So
Yeah.
So where is the cart then?
It's in the
that pulled
midst
by
of
one
those
mule or
4
two?
mules.
How many mules pull the cart?
Yeah, two mules pull the cart. 2 are just carrying equipment.
Okay, got it. Who's opening the door?
Higlock usually on that duty?
Avarice, whoever's running Grant is running Avarice.
Wait a minute. Did Average check for traps already?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
let's check.
we should probably take some time for that. When was it? How long ago since the last time we were
5 days.
at this door?
5 days.
Okay.
This killed four orc guards. So presumably the orcs came out. I don't think the orcs would trap their own door behind them. That sounds,
No, but let's.
sounds like orc thought, but
they can be clever.
Yeah,
I hear that even though they are soulless, they can be clever.
let's have him check the door.
All right. So I'll go ahead and make that roll. And private GM roll. Okay. Okay. Avarice says, no, door's not trapped.
Okay, then Castinus has a lantern out, and Jenna has a torch, and I think, and then let's go in.
Okay, so we got 2 light sources. You sure you don't want to have somebody further up towards the front with a light source as well?
Well, I can move. Right up next to Higlac as we go through the door, so that he can see.
I just typed a quick recap of what you've missed. So if that will help you catch up in the chat.
Okay. All right. So we'll move Avarice then as you guys push the doors open and you return to the great hallway. Stretches west and east with the strange mosaics on the north wall.
We want to check to the left this time.
So I should pause at this
this
point.
zone we haven't gone.
The bodies of the kobolds that were here before are gone.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe the orcs got rid of them because they don't want them coming back and.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood-stained scuff marks, but there's no kobolds.
Well, why don't we
They're cannibals, so they were probably eaten by the orcs if that's the case.
why don't we do? I'm up for doing that. Just going straight to the left.
To the left?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jenna can scout to the right as we do that. Make sure we're okay on the right. Maybe.
Okay, got it. All right, so he starts heading down this way. You guys have, you can all see, right? I know.
No.
You can all.
He's moving into the dark for me, but I can move through the door.
Well, if you click on him, can you not see him?
Oh yeah, I can see him.
Yeah, just click on him, and then you'll be able to see him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't appear to be working for me this time. Oh, wait, oh no, that didn't work.
Okay.
See him. Okay, good.
The fresco there is a fresco of 3 slender, dark-haired, brown-skinned kings with accoutrements of a warrior, mage, and priest. And your Tyrenius, your imp, whispers in your ear, and he says, "Look, it's the sorcerer kings of Zahar, Uragasi, conqueror of Thracia, Darjul, creator of the Beastmen, and Mentu, the Death Priest, who ruled at the apex of Zahar in power. We should pay homage to them." And he goes and flips over in front of them.
Alex, I Higlak.
Oh, okay. I'll fix that. I was going to say you didn't need to move everybody. We could just
okay.
keep people in formation and just move Avro and have everybody look at
Oh, okay.
Makes it a lot easier. Okay. Now what? Keep going?
So then it's so it's Avarice and then Castanus, Raymond, and Higlak kind of in line right behind him, I think.
Okay. All right. So you get to here.
Slowly scouting down the hall.
Yep.
For some reason, I'm not seeing him again. I think I was seeing when Castus moved into the hallway. I was seeing him instead. I don't.
You
know
have to click on him if you want to be able to see him.
I was clicking on him in the character list, and it's
not in the
working.
character list, on the map.
Oh,
But if you can't see him on the map, you can't click on
You
him.
will be able to see him on the map now because Castanus is shedding light.
there we go. Okay. Oh, gotcha.
You see how it works?
Yeah. Ooh,
All right. Okay.
that hallways. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just so you've come to another fresco, and this is a cracked and broken fresco of human slaves led by a lean brown-skinned man with a very long head rising up against lizardmen masters. And Zahak the imp says, "That's Uragasi, conqueror of Thracia and the first sorcerer king of Zahar, liberator of all mankind from reptilian domination."
I give a slight bow to him.
All right, now what?
Before we go any further, I think we should set up the rest of the rear guard here. Is that right around the big two?
So you want to put your rear guard there. Okay. All right. So you want them kind of literally guarding the rear like that?
Yeah. Yeah, and Jenna is not that exposed. Move her up like this.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Now what?
I think we slowly at searching speed, we continue down the hallway.
Okay. So continuing to ease down at exploration speed. Okay. So your slow progress, there is an open door to the north and a hallway that extends down to the south. So the open door to the north, you can see just the hint of a wooden table, and there's some coins scattered on the table along with a couple small pouches.
I think that is where that is the room from which the archers shot and downed myself and Higlak in their first foray into here. We didn't go into that room, but I think that's that room. Which explains also how the kobolds were able to flank us. They came through that door.
Yeah. Good point. If it's the same room. Well, whatever is to the south of us is probably a small room. So why don't we clear that one first?
Okay. That makes sense. So, all right. So you guys start heading down this way. All right. So heading down south, you see here that the passageway is collapsed into rubble of the black granite of the dome to the south, but there is a sturdy oak door to the west.
This seems further away than where they would have launched their attack against us, doesn't it?
Yes, the door on I'm not unfortunately I need to take the skill map making skill. That's my next one on my list, and I think my map is imperfect. But my best estimate, I think this door is roughly leading towards the area where that spitting snake was. But of course, there wasn't any door from that room, so I don't. So maybe leading to a small room. I don't know, or my map is completely, or I've completely failed in my map down here. But I think, at least as far as pacing, that's approximately right.
Well, why don't we try for? Let's go check that. Let's go check the door on the west.
All right. So Avarice going to come up and check it for traps.
Yep.
All right.
And then we have the rear guard kind of guarding that corner behind us.
Exactly. Yeah. So that everybody's collapsed in to that. To the corner.
Okay.
That way, if they come down the hallway or from that.
I'll let you move those guys as you wish. And Avarice says it's not trapped. It does look stuck, though. It's going to take some strength to push it.
Well, I think that Avarice and Higlak, with Castinus giving some light. Okay, let's try. Anybody got any thoughts? Otherwise, we'll try to force it open.
Avarice didn't see anything dangerous with the door?
No, he did not.
He did.
It is only because of the grace of the Imperial gods that Avarice can see anything. Remember that.
I think it's because I drank a lot of carrots juice when I was. Never mind.
I moved most of the rear guard, but I can't move Mandonio or Jenna.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Let me go.
It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just reconfiguring permissions so everybody can move everybody. So. Okay. All right. Very good. So.
Tyrenius is going to move back a bit.
All right. All right. Well, go ahead and give me a roll to open the door, Higlak.
Is it D20?
D20. Yeah. All right. So Higlak smashes hard against the door and opens it up, mostly due to his great strength, and revealing a room of some sort, although you can't see much of it from where you are. Do you want to head in?
Yes.
Okay. Where's Castinus?
Right there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So,
Ooh.
The southeast corner of this 30-foot wide by 40-foot room has collapsed into rubble. Apart from the rubble, it's empty of anything but a dusty skeleton wearing clumps of white rags that is sprawled just south of a tattered curtain in the western doorway.
That looks like a spider web.
There's visions of Shelob dancing in our heads.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I say that we.
There's
Everybody
also. I'm
freeze.
sorry. There is a pile of desiccated corpses, lying in the southeastern end of the room.
I say that we freeze and try to listen. Well, I mean, we obviously didn't surprise anything that was here because we busted open the door. But
Yeah. All right.
I say that
Avarice
we just freeze and listen.
All right. Avarice makes a listening check. Go ahead and roll a d20 blind GM roll for me.
I begin looking up towards the ceiling as well.
Okay. You're looking around on the ceiling.
We need more fire. I'm going to light another torch and hand it forward.
Okay. Who's taking the torch from Tyrannius? All right. Avarice doesn't hear anything other than the sounds of your own party.
Okay.
Well, if nobody takes the torch, I just look around sheepishly and then blow it out, shake it out, and stick it back in the
Sometimes
back.
I'm not sure who we want to. They're all pretty. Everyone in the front ranks are pretty heavily.
I could toss it into the room or something.
I think Avarice must be.
Okay.
Can we collapse the rear guard back a little bit further?
Yeah.
Down the hall?
And I think, what do you guys think about this? I think that dead end right outside this door, depending on what we encounter here, this might be the place to leave the wagon.
It's true.
Okay.
What do you guys see above you, looking up in the room?
Yeah.
So it's about a 10-foot ceiling, and there's nothing particularly unusual about it. Flagstone ceiling.
Hey, how about we have Tyrannius throw that torch at the
At the spider web over there?
at the curtain
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will come forward slightly and do that.
All right. So you come forward. You see that the curtain is, in fact, is not actually a curtain, but is spider webs.
Oh boy.
Spider webs, fellas.
Thick, large spider webs.
I'm going to cast sharpness on my spear.
Okay. Your spear glimmers with elven magic.
I'm in the throw it and run back mode.
Good.
All right. Make the throw.
All right.
Okay. So your torch lands perfectly where it needs to and begins to burn up the spider webs, which catch flame and alight and burn away.
A foul stench.
Can we, with the additional light, can we see anything else in the room?
And are the desiccated bodies all in one spot?
You can see them on the map. They're all down. They've all been pulled into the southeast corner of the room, except for the one body that's over in the southwest corner of the room, which has the white rags on it.
White rags.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Sean, I put a light source so that you can see, and the
Oh, okay.
yeah, and so that chamber looks to be about 10 foot wide, maybe running north-south. And you see along the west wall, there are clay jars. Looks like they broke during the earthquake. And the jars are set below a series of windows that open onto the black granite.
Please check the body, that one with white rags. I just had this bad feeling like maybe there's spiders germinating inside of it or something horrible like that.
So, Alex,
Yes.
Can you
Raymond
poke
is
it with your spear?
Go ahead, Newton.
Raymond believes that those jars seem a little suspicious, as
Okay.
does the desiccated body in the white rag. So he's going to make a theology check
Okay.
just to kind of get a sense of if we should be worried about mummies or something like that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, so close yet so
Yeah.
far.
All right. So Raymond, no information of insight comes to mind. Gwynfor, did you want to go check out that body with your spear?
I was thinking Avarice might be. I could maybe hand him a spear.
Why don't we just throw a rock at the bodies and see what
Oh,
happens?
rock. That's a good idea. Yeah.
All right. So you chuck a rock at which body? The one down here or the pile over here?
Just the one down in the corner.
Okay.
No, that corner.
The rock skitters on the stone, smacks into the thing. Maybe there was some movement in the corpse, but it's hard to tell if it was just the impact of the rock or something else.
Say everybody throw a rock.
All right. So you guys begin pelting the bodies with stones. Okay. Stones hurl out across the room, tink, chink, hitting into the bodies. Nothing rises to attack you or anything like that.
Raymond will check out those shattered jars.
All right, so they're in here, Raymond. Here,
Say again?
they're in here.
Oh, they're in there. I thought. Okay, I thought they were against the
That's
wall.
what I was describing what you saw when
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
We advance up towards that curtain and make a close-in inspection of the body, then go towards the jars.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I'll let you guys move yourselves how you want to be. So, what do you want to do?
Advance into the room, or unless somebody else has a better idea.
I need to go check that body out.
Yep. Move Avarice up. Move Castanus like this. Move Higlak like this. Move Castanus again like this.
All right. So,
Avarice.
Castanus, you are now close enough to the body.
Okay.
That
What can
you
I see?
That the rags are in fact thick webs holding spider eggs, large spider eggs.
I look up.
Okay, you look up again, and again the flagstone ceiling
Okay.
is, you see.
Burn it with fire. Purge it with fire.
Does anybody
Wow.
have alchemy proficiency or animal training proficiency?
No. Superior
Tyranius.
did.
Tyranius? All right, so
think so.
Tyranius,
Oh.
Alchemy 2.
you
wow.
you know that these eggs would be worth about 295 gold pieces.
Oh,
For the lot of them?
Yeah.
Don't burn them. They're valuable. Save
Okay.
them.
Well, that's good to know.
I mean,
Can we
one
put-
of those meta amphorae, or I don't know where the
Yeah, I was
best
just thinking.
way to store them would be.
If they're eggs, I think we could just take them.
Store them securely.
Yeah.
Putting them in a metamphor is a good idea. Sure.
Okay.
That way they don't
Well,
end up crawling
well-
all over us.
Yeah,
Let's-
prevents them from hatching probably.
Well, let's keep that in mind, but let's move on cautiously.
Are we leaving them?
We'll
No,
get them.
meta amphora.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll. I guess we're just gonna, Alex. We're gonna very cautiously sneak through this opening.
Yep. Okay, so at this point, so go ahead and make a surprise check for the group, Sean, as the group leader. So roll a d6 for me. You are at a -2 penalty on this roll, so by default, it will be a 1 to 4 for the group being surprised. Oh, nice. Okay. You guys are not surprised as from the ceiling, lurking on either side of the door, come lunging down a pair of massive spiders. As they move down to attack, their skin changes color from the exact color of the flagstones to a sickly purple.
Okay.
Wretched beasts.
Let's try and get everyone in here.
Now, when you say massive, are we talking like what kind of massive? Like dog massive? Person massive?
About the size of a large dog. Yes.
Yeah, that would be terrifying.
Yeah.
It's the biggest
That
spider
would
that I ever
give-
want to meet.
Okay. So, Terenius,
are they from Australia?
Had you moved up with the group, Terenius?
Yeah, I'll be keeping my distance behind them, just like that. Yeah.
All right. And Raymond wins the initiative.
All right, so we see 2 so far.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I'll step up and bash the one there. Yeah, bash the one on the right.
Okay. Make the attack.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, there. Perfect. And inventory. Let's go, Mason. Whoa, hey. What was that?
Oh, you know what? It did that stupid thing where it re-rolls the initiative. So that's all right, Raymond. We'll keep you at the 7, and then we'll just move to the next. So go ahead.
Ah, okay.
All right. So you hit AC 1, which is unfortunately not enough to break through the carapace of the spider. Your mace bounces off its hard chitin. Okay.
All right.
So let's see. Higlak is up next.
Okay. Higlak is going to move through.
Okay.
And I don't think we can charge at this place, but
No, you can't charge because it'd be around a corner. Yeah.
Yeah, but he'll move like this and attack this spider to the south.
Yep. Okay.
Go, Higlak.
Oh.
Oh,
All right. Higlak misses. Avarice. We skipped you. Avarice.
So Avarice is going to push. Avarice will push through like this and attack the one to the north.
So Avarice is engaged and can't move. So
Oh, okay. So then Avarice will just attack the one that he's engaged with.
okay. Avarice misses. Bounces off its carapace. Castinus.
I think he's engaged with the one on the south, right?
Yes.
Okay. Short sword.
Oh, there's a good hit. For 2 points. Okay. So you're the first person to finally penetrate the carapace, and black ichor leaks out of its purplish hide. Next up is the crab spider to the north, which attacks Avarice.
No.
Its mandibles clasp on thin air as Avarice dodges back. Venom drips from the mandibles, and it realizes its touch is death. Gwynfor.
Yep.
I'm going to step up behind Castinus and spear that spider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spearmint.
Okay, so
AC4?
that is an AC4 for 6 points. All right, it is a blow that would have gutted a man, but this thing has the preternatural black chthonic magic that has made it what it is, and it is still alive, although twitching vulgarly. Okay, Raymond. Oh, we already did you. Avaro.
Okay, Avro is going to move forward and attack with his. Oops, what is that?
I'm sorry. I have sharpness. I should have done one more point of damage. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Ah, all right. And then the spider twitches once as elven energy courses through it, and it dies. All right, so Gwynfor, that gives you a cleave, actually.
Don't forget that sharpness.
Seriously.
Oh!
No, so 8 points of damage. I didn't add the +1 to that one either.
Oh,
Right,
wow. Okay. Gwynfor, man, the sharpness makes a difference. So with your blade crackling with arcane energy to a razor sharpness, you slay your spear, rather, you slay both of the two spiders.
Pyramid.
8 spiders.
that was excellent.
Elf fight,
Gwynfor and I
good.
may be very different, but I do not like spiders, and neither does he.
All right. From where you are now, you can see that there's 200 jars lining the west wall. All but 10 of them have broken. There are 10 jars that are intact. Each of the jars is a 10-pound jar, more or less in size.
What does it look like the broken jars had in them?
Looks like they had incense, oils, and perfumes.
Oh, wow. The good stuff.
Good stuff. That's right.
And we have, there shouldn't be any traps. I think I might be tempted to go, if somebody will give me some light, maybe check the bodies in the other room to see if there's
Let's
any
go back
on them.
and. Well,
Okay.
Why don't Terranius?
So
Light up
can I
another
get some
torch, and you and Gwynfor check those bodies while we like look around in this room. Alex, how big is room 12? I guess.
You can see it. It's 40 feet north-south, 10 feet west-east.
Okay.
Maybe bring the rear guard into the spider chamber room, or into the first room.
Yeah.
So, are we
And
collecting
you could probably,
those vases?
Castus, you could probably appraise the value of the those perfumes and oils and such.
So yeah.
Highly unlikely that it's trapped. So
what we'll do is myself and Avarice will check it for traps, and then we'll carefully open them up.
Okay. So you're going to take 10 minutes to check the ones for traps.
Yeah.
And then over there, you guys are looking at the bodies. Okay.
Yep.
So
I would like to examine the spiders first before checking the bodies and see if there's anything. Use my naturalism.
Okay, give me a
Okay.
naturalism check.
yeah, and then the legionnaires and I guess will be guarding the entrance to this
Yep.
little mini room here.
Okay, got it.
I don't see anything useful in it.
Yeah, I'm just checking. I don't remember if you need to actually roll or if just having the proficiency. Let's see. So you have naturalism. You need it's 14 plus, target reduced for each additional. So you've got collegiate wizardry makes it 10, and then you have alchemy makes it 6, and then you have alchemy 2 makes it 2. So that's enough. You needed anything but a 1, Willie. You're really good at identifying stuff with naturalism, alchemy, and collegiate wizardry. So a giant crab spider monster corpse can be harvested for mandibles, leg tarsus, and pulps. And the crab spider venom can be extracted as well by someone who has the appropriate skills to do that.
Any different skills, or can I do that?
So you need to have animal husbandry 2 or healing 3 in order to extract the giant crab spider components. And then to get the poison, you will need... Let's see.
Oh, Rebel has healing 3.
Extracting the poison,
that's what I was-
you need animal husbandry. Yeah.
Yeah, because Ravela has healing 3, so she could
Yeah.
get the parts. But I don't know about the poison. The poison needs what, Alex? The venom?
So extracting the poison, Ravela can do it because she's got equivalent of animal husbandry because she's got 3 ranks of healing.
Yep. Okay.
However, it'll take her about an hour to do so, and if she rolls a natural 1, she gets scratched by the poison.
Can we take the bodies in the jar, or do they have to be broken down into components before they can be put into those jars?
Alex, I think we can, like, if we are going to harvest the venom, I think we have to do it either before or while we're harvesting the rest of the bodies. I think if we butcher up the bodies, the venom is gone.
Yeah.
The only risk is from the venom, not
the
the body
corpses
parts.
are too heavy to carry fully, Newton. They're fairly heavy.
Oh yeah, because there's the size of dogs.
Yeah, they're actually 5 foot.
dogs.
They're actually 5 foot long, so they're, as I said, large dogs. Yeah.
I'm
They're Australian.
I don't think we should risk our healer in this
no,
dangerous
I do not think we
exercise.
should risk it either.
All right.
We
I
should
think
just
it's just
extract the
harvest-
parts.
Skip the
harvest the
poison, but
parts.
extract the parts.
Yeah, harvest the
Makes
parts
sense.
and
So you cut the pulps, the mandibles, and all that stuff. And so, very good. And Gwynfor, I have you as down searching those bodies over there.
Yes.
And so Gwynfor in poking around the bodies, you find that there are 3 kobolds and 2 goblins have been killed, and one of the goblins has a pouch on him.
I'll prod the pouch briefly with my spear just to make sure nothing crazy happens. And if
Nothing crazy
does,
happens?
I'll pick it up.
Okay.
All right, I'll pick it up.
So inside the pouch, you find a garnet worth 250 gold.
hey,
Nice.
All right. And at this point, you guys have finished checking traps on the 10 intact jars. You do not find any traps. And breaking them open to see what they are incense jars. Each one is worth 25 gold pieces and weighs 1 stone. So that's a total of 10 25 GP incense jars.
Load them up on
How
the
long do
mule.
you have sharpness for?
3 turns.
Okay, so it will have expired by now then.
yeah.
It was worth it to avoid poison death.
You literally killed them each by one, but the one on the bottom had 9 and the one on the top had 8. And so you literally killed them by the exact amount you needed to hit. So because of sharpness. So I would call that a worthy cast.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll
your
give
two
you the
next.
second guess myself. Should we leave the ox cart in here like we're thinking about, or do you want to continue bringing it?
Yeah. So what I think we should do is the parts, the incense. Let's load it up on the cart. Let's leave the cart in that outside dead end zone. And I say we continue exploring back up to that room that we saw.
So are you going to leave the mules as well that are hitched
No,
to the cart, or so you're going to unhitch the mules from the cart? 'Cause
Yeah,
that'll take
we'll unhitch-
it'll take 10 minutes to rehitch later.
Yeah, I think we've made enough noise. I think this is a good. I'm fine with doing that, and
Okay.
yeah.
Oops, that was ridiculous. Okay. All right. Well. Where to now, guys?
So we go
Up the
back
other
up
door.
to that, to that room that we saw.
All right. So the door is open. You can see the table. And on the table, you see some scattered coins and 2 small purses. There's also a pile of gnawed animal bones scattered around on the table as well.
We send the forward guard into the room.
Yep. We'll do same the way we just did.
Okay. All right. So you guys push forward. Yep. All right. So it becomes evident to you that this was a kobold guard room. And the reason you can tell is because the pallets are so small that only kobolds could fit in them. So you see a number of basically sleeping pallets that have been crudely made of straw and torn up and stolen blankets, rotting fabric. There's no sign of any kobolds. The area looks to have been hastily abandoned.
I recognize it. This is the place where Big Black and I had our first stand.
Yeah.
But we never explored down to the left. But to the right
Yeah.
will take us back to the Zaharan statue.
So let's go to the left.
Okay. So just heading to the left. All right. So this is a 20-foot wide, 60-foot long chamber that seems to have served as sleeping quarters for the kobolds. There's a dozen rough beds of rags and refuse formed in kind of a checkerboard pattern along the room's length, and scattered through the bedding. You see a small number of personal possessions, little sacks, things like that, and then the southern wall is scarred by some cracks. Okay. It's time to change torches if you've been lighting torches. So your torches have smoldered out 1 hour.
Yep.
So, Alex, real quick, when you say scarred by cracks, are they like, thin cracks or cracks that are rather, wide in certain areas?
No, they're relatively thin cracks. Just looks like the facade on the south wall has cracked.
Got it. Okay.
Can you move down slightly, Cassius, so I can see how far down this goes? I don't think I can quite see the south wall. Oh, perfect. Okay. That's what I was guessing, but yeah. I think this is that kobold guard room, so I think we already got the chieftain's treasure, so it's probably just small knickknacks in here that we can loot.
Yeah. Should we take a little bit and search the room?
Sure. So just everybody kind of check bodies and bedding.
Yep.
All right.
And maybe move the rear guard into the front kobold room.
Yeah.
All right. So you find a total in the kobold quarters. You find a total of 57 copper pieces, 23 silver pieces, and 10 gold pieces.
It's interesting that it's still here.
It's true.
Well, it was scattered amongst kobold bedding and refuse, so it may just be people figured kobolds don't have anything worth taking.
Except for the poor adventurers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't get leave to spend it.
That's right.
What do you guys think about What do you think about finishing up this area and then setting up an ambush back in the big statue area, hoping that somebody walks through it?
I mean, we might be here a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The noise, that noise of battle might draw people.
Okay. Well, why don't let's continue searching the kobold area. Let's move back out of here and go north. Right? I don't think we can go. Yeah.
So
If we go to we can go through the curtain, so we can go straight. Once I get a torch, through that curtain will take us. Yeah, if we can go through that curtain, we can go ahead the other way, back straight to the Zaharan statue.
Alex, as we move through these kobold quarters, are there any other lamps, light sources, torches, braziers, anything that we could pick up along the way?
No, the kobolds for the most part can see in the dark, so they don't really
Okay.
need light sources. The only thing that you've seen so far that you haven't picked up is the pouches on the table and the little pile of animal bones.
Oh, there's pouches on. I forgot the pouches on the table. We should pick those up too. Get ourselves a few more coppers. Maybe.
Okay. Who's picking them up?
I'll pick them up.
All right. So Gwynfor, the two purses each have 10 gold pieces. It's like they were gambling. Now what, guys?
Okay, let's continue to.
That's a lot of
go
money
back to room number 5.
All
kobold.
right. So we'll just move Castinus there. All right. You guys are in your formation, but I'll let you drag your guys there at your own pace. So now what?
And then we want to head north from here.
Okay.
Yep, let's go to the north. We've been through here before. This is where we
Yes.
killed the hobgoblins last time.
That's correct. So you had gone west into the room to the west to get the Kobold Chieftain's treasure.
Yep.
And then you were interrupted by the hobgoblins. You killed them and got the hell out of there.
All right. Should we keep going to the east?
Yeah, let's. Yeah,
To the east. Okay. Sounds good.
I have about 2 more rooms to go through, depending upon how you
yeah.
count, to get to the Zahara
All
room.
right. So you get to the carnal chamber, your favorite, with the frescoes depicting bloody and decadent orgies on the north wall and dozens of different erotic acts on the second wall. And Zahak the imp says, "Hey, we should camp out here. This room's got entertainment." Turok goes and looks at the south wall.
Silence before I rebuke you, imp.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow!
They're pretty.
Avert your eyes. There's no knowledge to be gained here.
Well, do you think should we go back and search the chieftain's chambers again, or what do you guys, or kind of, or is there, Jonathan? Do you think that there's more to this area?
I think we've cleared everything south of the Zaharan statue, and unless there's something hidden that we haven't, because it's hidden. And with the only exception being whatever, there's that whole in the brigand area, which is now staked off. There was our other staked off room, which we have also not going through. So we know there's undead over
Yeah.
there. But I don't feel a need to do that unless you guys want to tangle with some undead.
Then let's go. Then let's go to the Zaharan and maybe push north from there.
Okay.
There's one more room before the Zaharan room.
Yep. So that's the urn room. And you push into there. And it's the L-shaped lounge with the chair-sized stone basins caked with blood to the south wall. All right. And then the door is open to the east.
I don't remember if it was open or closed before.
Me neither.
I don't remember how we left it. probably open because we tend to smash things.
The hobgoblins came through this way too, I think, didn't they?
Probably.
That's what you
Yes.
think, yes. Okay, well, what do you guys want to do?
Or you want to do an ambush, or you wanting to keep going?
Well, I mean, if we're thinking of doing an ambush, we should send Avarice up ahead just to scout to see if he sees or hears anything coming our way that we should prep for.
Okay.
How many torches do we have? Because each torch burns for an hour. Is that right, Alex?
Yeah, each torch burns for an hour.
All right, Newton, I'll tell you right now. We've got... There is 6 in the party stash, and then some people have them on their person.
And then
So, for instance, Mandonio has 6.
Wow.
Jenna has 6. I don't think Ravel has.
Yeah, so you have plenty.
Yeah. And then I've got a lantern, and then we've got a spare lantern in the party stash.
Yep.
You do not want to be stuck in the dark.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. So you can see you're very close to the statue room to the east, although the statue itself is not yet in your line of sight.
Well, I say let's
Avarice scout first.
Yep.
Or
Avarice go through, and we'll go like we did last time.
All right. So
All right,
Avarice
go.
scouts through, and the room is empty. Avarice. Although there is a closed door to the northwest and an open door to the northeast.
Well, unless anybody's got a better idea, I say we go through the open door.
Okay.
see, the kobold had said that hobgoblins are to the northeast and orcs are to the north. So, but we did see in our first, well, not in our first escape, orcs came through the door to the left and went through the door to the right. So might just be orcs in both directions.
So as we get into room 19, the rear guard can be looking at the 2 doors, basically the one to the west and the one to the south.
Okay. So as Avarice gets to here, so you can go ahead and move yourselves up, guys, to put yourselves where you want to be here and behind. He sees something absolutely horrific heading his way. Oh, that's bizarre. There's not. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, just appearing at the edge of his shadowy senses is a pack of giant rats. But there's something wrong with these rats. There's something disturbing about them that you can't quite tell with your shadowy senses.
So he's going to try to run back through the door as quickly as he can.
I was gonna say, you should probably step back. You're kind of in the second rank there. I can't. For some reason, I can't move you. I've been able to move most everyone else.
And can we move Avarice back through like that? Sprint back through?
No,
Or
we're going into initiative. So.
or yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Cassius, can you move back a little bit so you're out of the second rank?
Okay.
I don't think you'd be there. We can get Tarak.
all right. Okay. Zeodana is up first. And now, so as I said, right now, the only person that's seen them is Castinus. Although,
Avarice.
or Avarice, rather, yes. Okay, so Zeodana is up, though.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, no, Zeodana doesn't know what's going on, so she doesn't know they're coming. So
she sees Avarice turn and like in panic, so she knows something's up there.
Okay, so so something's up there. All right, so she is
Actually,
going,
I guess she doesn't from where you have her. She's way in the back, so she can't even see him. Yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah, so she's just going to hold in.
All right. Well, then it actually goes to some of these rats. All right, so as the rats come into the distance of your torchlight, it becomes clear what's wrong with them. And what's wrong with them is that they're beginning to merge into a single mass, as if mutating into conjoined twins. And they have hideous conjoined body parts, and they seem to be in terrible pain as a result. All right, so the first rat is attacking. The second rat is...
Oh!
Okay. So AC3 against Avarice. Avarice is...
Better than a 3, I hope.
Let's see. Avarice is AC3, so he is hit for 2 points. All right, Avarice has been bitten by a rat. Okay, then we have some more rats at 5.
Oh, man, we're going to have to do some healing checks.
They're going to continue to swarm onto Avarice in their disgusting...
We messed up maybe how we did Avarice. I don't know. Was he too much into the torchlight or?
Oh, okay. That's savage. All right. So Avarice gets taken down by the rats as they charge forward, and he drops to -2 hit points. And they squeal and begin to eat and feast at his body. Okay. Castinus, you're up.
I'm going to delay.
Okay. Gwynfor, you're up.
I advance through the first rank and engage the rats.
Okay.
I will take a swipe at the far right rat.
All right.
Oh man.
Is a miss. They're moving too fast. Okay. It looks like I've actually got 2 more giant rats at 5, so they're gonna come rushing forward as well.
Tyranius, this might be the time.
Yeah. Tyranius is usually not in the front of the initiative order.
All right. So they are not able to penetrate your heavy armor. Okay. Haraeus and Raymond are up.
All right. Well, Raymond is going to go up on the other side of Avarice and try to smite that rat. Hopefully get Avarice pulled out. Oh, it's probably not a good roll.
That is a miss. Okay. Haraeus.
Yep.
All right. No, Haraeus not doing anything. Okay.
That is whoever's playing Grant's character, I think, right?
Oh, my apologies. Haraeus is going to run and try to grab Avarice and pull him back.
20. So as soon as he gets there, he'll be engaged by the rats and not able to.
Okay, so then he'll just run up and engage the rats.
Okay. Haraeus.
Hooray for us.
Avarice is bleeding out. He misses. Higlak is up.
Great to see you again, Sean. All right.
Yes. Okay. Higlak
John some rats.
and attack
Yep.
and attack also.
Ah, there it is. All right, so Higlak smashes down with his magic sword and kills one rat. He can cleave.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, he misses. Man. Okay, Tyrenius.
Tyrenius did not declare casting, so he is going to just delay.
Okay, got it. All right. Mandonio.
Mandonio is on the rear guard. I don't think we can get anybody else up there.
Okay, so he's holding. Agalor.
Aguilar will advance and fight from a second rank, and spear some spiders, or not spiders, rats.
Rats, yeah.
Let's see. Thank you, heavens!
Ooh.
And I break another spear.
Oh, man. All right. Breaks the spear, trying to hit it in the stone, and it throws out of the way. All right. At 2, I've got some more giant rats. They have the initiative because there's more of you than there are of them. So they come bounding forward and attack Raymond. And then this guy just has no place to get in. So Raymond is not able to get through your heavy armor. It nibbles and bites at your plate armored leg. Okay, Avaro.
Avro's going to come up and also engage from the second rank. That's actually Aguilar, but no biggie.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay, we got them in the wrong order there. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
Where did his character sheet go? Oh, so savage.
Oh. Yep. Okay. So at 1, the last of the giant rats come bounding in with the rest of their group. These creatures are so hideous, swollen bodies covered with pustules, limbs joining into limbs. It won't be long until whatever dark magic is mutating them that they'll be something else, some sort of hideous abomination. Okay, they're not able to attack. There's too many people there. So it goes to Turok.
Oh,
are there 10 total? Is that?
It's Turok now. He can't really get in at that point. It's locked up. There's someone.
No, he's second rank.
He can't get to the
Second
second rank.
rank?
Even you've already got 2 people
Okay.
in the second rank. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Alex,
Yeah,
Castinus
no.
delayed. Can Castinus move up and try to drag Avarice back?
Nope. Anybody who moves up close is going to be engaged. So
Okay.
you could move up next to him, but you're not going to be able to drag him back. You'd have to do defensive movement on the following round.
Okay. I'll move up. With the light source, I'll move up next to him so I can do that next round.
Is there room for you? Thing is, you've got guys in the door. I don't really think you can get past right now. I think it's
Okay.
too crowded.
Okay.
Maybe the second rank guys can sidle and give you some more room in the next round.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the next round of combat. Any spell casting before I
Casting?
roll initiative? Casting?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I've got a giant rat at 6. That rat is in the rear. He is holding. It is a holding rat. Okay. Turok.
He is going to hold until there's some room to advance.
Okay, Zayadana.
She's normally second rank. I can't see her anymore because I guess she's in the shadow for me. But she's normally the rear guard.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll hold where she is right now.
Okay. All right. On 5, we have another rat. And this one can attack Raymond. So that's what he's going to do.
No.
But it's not able to bite through Raymond's plate. Gwynfor is up.
I will stab the nearest. Right. My spear. There we go.
All right.
Oh, I think it's
All right.
Amazing.
Gwynfor, you skewer it and make it into rat kebab. And you can...
Do you still have sharpness going?
No.
Is that?
Oh, it's gone.
Oh.
And I will cleave into another one.
Okay. Ah, the second attack misses. Okay. Haraeus.
Haraeus is Haraeus will attack the
The one that's on Avarice, I assume. Yeah. Right here in front of him.
yeah.
Okay.
It's just going okay, here we go.
Something wrong, Sean?
It was just going real slow.
Oh.
It should be coming up.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I see attacks with diseased bite.
Mm-hmm. All right. I still haven't seen the roll from Haraeus. Do you want me to roll it?
Yeah, go ahead. It's going real slow for me for some reason.
All right. He missed. Okay. Avaro.
Avro's going to stab again with the spear.
Okay.
God.
Oh. Let's see. Yep. That is a unfortunate. Castanus.
Delay.
Raymond.
You dirty rat! Feel.
Oh.
Oh.
Smacks into the pavement. The rats are just moving too fast. They're squirming all over you guys. Okay, so I've got a giant rat, and then all right, so I got to do a giant rat there. It's to go before you go. Oh, he's in the back, so he can't do anything. So he's holding. It's another rat holding. Okay. And Jenna and Aguilar.
Jenna will delay.
Can Aguilar, he's here. Can he sidle on over to here and attack from the second rank behind Gwynfor?
No, as soon as he goes there,
Clear the
he
door?
gets engaged.
Oh, okay. Well, he'll go as far as he can to clear as much room as he can, and then he'll attack whoever's
Okay.
one of the ones around.
He's got one right in
and he's
front
got to
of
do
him
his.
right here. Yep.
Yeah. Oh wait, can he reach from the first rank? Because he actually broke his spear.
Yeah, he can. It's literally right there. AC2 is enough, so he kills that rat. So he can now, at that point, he can now step to there.
But probably won't, because then he can't fight. I think he's cleared enough room,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
he'll stay in
All
fight.
right. So he can attack this one here. Misses. Okay. It goes to Tyrenius Orn.
Okay, Tyrenius casts Slumber
Okay.
and
So-
centers it.
Yeah, it's a 10 foot by 10 foot, so it's basically just like that. However you want to place that.
Yeah, I could place it back a bit to cover the cluster of rats and try not to get all of our guys. So I don't want to cover Higlak and Haraeus and Aguilar.
Okay, but you're okay with covering Gwynfor and Raymond in order to get all the others?
Yep.
Okay. So,
I could use a nap.
boom. All right. Your enchantment blossoms out from your fingers, and None of the creatures there have 2 hit dice or more, so they're all automatically affected, and all of the rats pass out into unconsciousness, as do Gwynfor and Raymond. Okay.
All right, so you can wake them up just by slapping them.
Okay, Ravila to Avarice.
Okay, so Ravila now runs up to Avarice, and we're out of combat because you can just kill all the rats.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Avarice, he got there within 1 round, so that's good. Let's see. Avarice has no bonus from Con. No, he has a plus from Con. Okay, so that's good. Got there in 1 round, gives it +2, so that's +3. -2 from his hit points being where they are, so that's +1, and then +3 from Ravila the Crone, +4. Does she want to use Horsetail?
Yes, she'll use Horsetail and the healer's chest.
4, so +6. Okay, D20 +6 for Avarice.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
What was that?
No, that's a D2.
Oh, the D2.
So, yeah, no, D20.
What was that? I was like, what?
It's like, wow, that was a bad roll. Yeah.
I should check through this battle and see how many rolls we had that were under 10.
Oh, it's terrible.
We really.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, give me a D6.
That one actually was
That's
25,
without,
right?
that's without the +6.
Yeah, that's without the +6. So it's 25.
Yep, 25.
And then
It's awesome. Now give me a D6 roll.
Yeah, you want it high, of course.
Oh, that sucks. That was literally the worst thing you could get on that roll. All right. So he is awake with 1 hit point, but he's got some kind of wounds that have stiffened him up a little bit, and he suffers a -1 initiative penalty now.
Okay.
Magical healing will put him back into the fight and ready to go. He doesn't need any bed rest if you give him some magic healing.
Okay, so in terms of magical healing, then Ravila will hit him with one of her spells.
D6 +1.
Roll 1d6 +1. Damn!
All right, he's back in action.
She's like, I'm getting very familiar with you.
All right, friends. Now what?
Let's behead and squash all the rats.
All right, you behead and squash all of the rats. It is so foul. As I mentioned, something is mutating them, and it is a very unpleasant situation.
Well,
Now, at this point,
Okay.
I do need to check something, which is to say,
Which is to say whether he's got the cooties or
Let's get
not.
let's also get our
Serena's-
rear guard back into place
yeah.
while we're
this is-
beheading them.
Did they look undead or reanimated, or were they just mutating? Is what
Mutated.
Uranus would want to know.
they were mutating.
See, this is what happens when folks over on the arcane side don't listen to the wisdom of the Imperians.
It's true.
Create this kinds of monstrosities.
It's true.
Sahar goes, "What you talking about, Raymond?"
Yeah, they could have been our friends. All right. So okay. So Raymond and Avarice, I need you guys to actually, I guess I have to do it. Okay. So all's good.
We weren't
All right.
bitten. Whoa.
All right, let me make some rolls here. All right. Avro looks a little pallid.
Oof.
Can Ravila attempt to diagnose him?
Yes. Yes, she can. Go ahead and make the roll, D20.
Well, a 2 doesn't work.
Okay. Cool. She's not able to tell.
Nope.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Note to self: check when we go back to the temple. Make sure everyone's okay.
I mean, is it really noticeable that his color's changing?
He looks a little pallid.
All right.
I mean, he
So,
did almost just die.
Oh, avarice. I
Yeah.
thought you said Avaro.
No, avarice.
Oh,
avarice.
Me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
avarice. Okay. That's okay. That all right. That makes all the sense in the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can wait on that for a few days, I guess.
I did. I wonder if
Rat
she could
rabies.
attempt to treat cure disease on avarice.
Just to assume he's got an illness and try and treat him.
Assume that he's got an illness, use a dose of goldenrod, and attempt to cure disease.
All right. So she'll need a 12 or higher. Roll a D20. Spend about 10 minutes doing that. Oh, so close. All right. So she says, his humors are definitely out of balance. There's an excess of bile, but I wasn't able to purge him enough. Perhaps we can try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you have any leeches, old lady?
No, I have no leeches with me.
Okay. Well, should we continue to push on a little bit?
Sure.
Yep.
Which way?
Sure. The kobold said hobgoblins to the northeast and orcs to the north. So probably if we go to the right, we're gonna hit hobgoblins. If we go north, maybe orcs, or maybe hobgoblins
Well,
there too, or more rats.
Let's look to the left too. Like, what's? Maybe we can see what that other door is.
Well, Sean, I think you're de facto party leader, so
Okay.
unless someone else is going to be the party leader.
Okay.
Passness has
Then
guided us wisely.
the what?
Passness has guided us wisely.
In that case, I think we should go. Let's move back into the Zaharan statue room and try to go through the other door.
Through the other door?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. So you are now positioned in front of the other door, which is closed.
Okay. Avarice check for traps.
Okay. So you guys spend about 10 minutes checking for traps. And the
Want me to go ahead and make a roll for that?
oh, it's okay.
Okay.
All right. So you're not able to finish checking the traps for the door when the door opens. and a party of orcs stands in front of you, and they are as surprised to see you as you are to see them. So, Castanus, go ahead and make a surprise check for the team, for the party.
Oh, I shouldn't. I need to flip. Higlak and myself were in the wrong party order. Can I do that? Would that be
Yeah,
all
go
right?
ahead.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys. I got booted there.
Yeah, for trying to surprise us. That's why.
That's right. All right, so there are 5 orcs, 2 with swords, 3 with spears. And Castanus, your surprise roll was a 4, so the group is not surprised. And the orc surprise roll is a 5. The orcs are not surprised. So we great. And Daedon is up first.
Whoa! Hey, all those dice.
Yep.
All right. So opening the door, Ziadana, man, she's so fast, but she's in the rear.
Yeah.
So she's just gonna hold for an opening.
Okay. Gwynfor.
Did we get her javelins? By the way, I don't know.
No,
that was one of the
she
ideas.
can't use. I don't think she can use javelins.
Yeah, I don't think she can use missile weapons.
She
She
can.
can't use missile weapons.
Can use. But it says
Can't
javelins
use
on the.
She can use javelins in
On-
melee, but she can't. She doesn't. Blade dancers are religiously restricted from ranged combat.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. All right. Yeah, because I saw the javelins and I assumed that meant throwing. Okay.
Yeah, it's about being all up and close and personal with people.
Hey, so
I'm kind of
guys, what do you
accurate
think
order.
about what do you think about just making the shield wall right where we are instead of trying to push through the door?
Avarice moves on 6-2 so we can get out of the way. So yeah, I will ready to receive attack or whatever the proper term is for if they
Okay,
come.
you're ready to attack. Yep. All right, and then Avarice is getting out of the way.
Yep, Avarice is going to run all the way to the back.
Okay. So then Turok is ready for charge. Tyrenius.
Tyrenius is moving. Well, I can't really do much other than throw darts, so I'm going to stay with the mules.
You're awesome, man.
unless- Yeah, that's true. Well, okay. He's going to come over here.
Okay. So do you want to chuck a dart at one of the orcs?
Yes.
Okay, do it.
Tyrenius, the pub champion dart thrower.
I have rolled nothing good tonight.
Yeah, but you did take out the entire horde of giant rats and save the party. So,
Yep.
Well, I guess.
all right, Higlak.
Higlak will ready.
Okay. Genevale. Oh, actually, at 4, my orc spearmen are up. So they are in the second rank, so they're going to wait for now. Okay. So Jenna, go ahead.
Standoff.
Can Jenna shoot? No, probably not.
I mean, if she moves, she could probably
She could
shoot.
shoot. She's also got precise shooting now. So
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So she's going to move up next to Tyrenius and shoot through the door.
okay. Cool. She moves up next to Tyrenius and shoots. Okay.
Okay.
Take the shot.
Oh, the arrow misses. Okay. Well, the orc swordsman is up next, and actually, no, I'm sorry. Raymond is up next at 4.
Oh, awesome. Raymond goes on full defense.
Full defense. Okay. So the orc swordsman is up next, and he charges forward to attack Raymond. His
All right.
short sword.
I'm behind him. I can spear him as he comes in.
You can. Go ahead. Spear him.
Oh,
All right. Gwenfor, spear him as he comes in.
Is there a plus for that? +2? Is that right? For charging?
His AC is reduced by 2 because he charged.
So should I do a +2?
You can.
Or just okay.
Either way. Yeah. Okay. Was that with the +2, Jonathan?
5. Yes.
Okay. So you impale him on your spear. Ah! All right. So these guys up back here are going to come off hold. This one comes rushing forward with his spear. Higlak is on ready, so he can attack him.
Yep. Okay.
And Gwynfor, since he killed that guy, his ready is
His ready is back. That's correct. So Higlak hits AC 2. I was charging, so my AC is 1. So Higlak, I come rushing in with my spear, and you swing out with your magic sword, Mor Suarsan, and decapitate him. Okay, so this one is up now, and he goes to there, and he's going to hurl his spear at Higlak. He's like, well, that doesn't work out very well. Oh, his spear misses. Okay. And goes to Aguilar.
Aguilar's in the back here. He's going to delay
Okay.
his rear guard.
Mandonio?
Mandonio's on rear guard also.
Avaro?
Sorry. Can Avro get to a position where he can he fire through the ranks? Can he shoot his bow?
He can at -4. So you
Oof.
can. It's just harder.
He's going to charge in. Can he charge through them?
Yeah, he could charge.
He's going to charge the guy with the sword.
Okay, do it.
Do I have any bonuses on that?
+2 for charge.
Right in the middle?
I see. So you got a 12.
Okay.
I see. You didn't use his character sheet, so I need
Okay,
I need to see what his.
Yeah, Avaro's got a strength bonus, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I didn't do it right. Do you want me to?
No, it's fine. So he's got a strength bonus of +1. His base attack throw is 10. So you got a total of 13 to hit AC 3, which is enough to hit the Orc Swordsman. So you roll 2d8 +2 damage. Or sorry, 2d6 +2. 2d6 +2. All right, you have killed him. All right, so Avaro charges forward with his legionary spear, impales the orc, which grunts several times before realizing it's dead and slides off the shaft. And he can now step forward and leave. Yep.
All right. Spear again, you think?
Yep.
Or short sword?
No, it's still spear. It's a continuation of the charge.
Sure. Okay. So do I have a +2 again still?
Yes. Oh,
This is
spear
just
break.
terrible.
Okay. And Haraeus and Castinus are up.
Oh,
Well,
Farak can also come
Haraeus-
off of delay. He's been. Oh, never mind. He wasn't. Never mind.
Well,
Go ahead.
Haraeus is going to charge. Can he charge through the door and get the one in the back?
Where the heck is Haraeus? He's over here, so he can't. He's over here.
Oh,
He-
okay.
He can't charge. He could move up to there, but he has a short sword, so he can't attack through the rank.
Okay.
So I don't know
And-
if you want to block the path with him or just leave him there.
Yeah, I'll just leave him there. Yeah.
Okay.
To not block the path.
And Castinus.
Just pass.
Okay. Then. All right, Aguilar is up.
I think he'll just stay on rear guard.
Okay. All right, my orc spearman. So he. Oh, actually, let's see here. Yeah. All right. So the orc spearman goes. He goes running off down the hallway. Okay. Mandonio.
Rear guard.
Turok.
And Turok charge in and kill this guy?
Where
He
is
probably
Turok?
can. He's right here.
Yeah, he can. Sure.
Yeah, he'll charge in.
All right.
You know what you could do? Gwynfor, you could have Turok do an overrun and try to catch the guy running away.
I can't see though.
Oh,
Yeah, he won't be able to.
Yeah,
see
we
the
don't
guard.
have light. Yeah.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
All right.
I'll add the
Make
plus
the roll.
2 here.
Yep.
I added it. I had the situational +2.
Oh, nice.
Here we go.
Okay. So, boom. Boom. Okay. So those orcs are down. Do
He'll
you
take
guys
his
wish
5-foot step or whatever.
do you guys wish to engage in a breakneck pursuit down the hallway after that orc, or are you going to let him flee?
Wait, is it possible for how far can you go without charging and still like shoot a bow?
Depends on your movement speed, but it's usually between 20 and 40 feet. So you'd have to get someone to have light down there, and then you'd have to get up someone with a bow. So
Yeah. I
And-
say.
And Jenna or Avarice see in the dark?
out to 30
some degree?
feet. They
So
can see in the
possibly
dark out to 30
Jenna could
feet.
move forward and behind Turok and see if she can see him and shoot him.
Okay, so certainly Jenna
I'd
can move
recommend
forward,
that.
and she cannot see him. The orc was lightly armored, and he moved at full speed. So he's probably 90 to 100 feet away.
So I mean, if that's the case, we can't catch up to him.
Ready to receive attack?
Well, I mean, even if we don't catch up to him, we could move down that way, and in an orderly way, as quick, in an orderly formation, but fast, before the orcs have a time to really organize themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's do it
Yep.
before the orcs organize themselves, because they're gonna know we're coming, but they're not gonna be in a formation. Some of them might be sleeping, some of them might not have their weapons on them. Some may be in
Let's do it now.
Yeah, let's go.
We'll need to maintain our rear guard because we don't know what's up north.
Right.
All right. So you guys hear a door slam off to the west.
So we'll advance down that way.
Castinus,
Standard party
Castinus,
formation.
Are we still in combat or?
Nope, out of combat.
Okay, so moving forward to shed light.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and put your guys in whatever sort of, this door is actually closed, whatever sort of formation you'd like.
And it's off to the west, so let's go that way.
Perhaps not keep Avarice forward now because
Yeah, Avarice
need that.
Avarice has done his duty for today. He's
Okay.
So what,
Well,
Jenna's gonna be up front?
it's a 20-foot wide corridor, so you need to have at least 4 people in the front row if you intend to block the corridor.
The good thing we have 2 legionnaires now.
yeah. So yeah, Piglack.
Avro and Turok in the front rank. Oh,
Mhm.
can we grab those spears
no,
real quick?
Yeah, keep me in the front.
Yeah, you can grab a spear.
Because we lost 2 spears in that fight,
Yeah.
and the hobgoblins had 2. So can we get those 2 back for
All
Aguilar
right, so
and
you grab some orc spears. Okay.
All right, let's go. Hut, 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 hut.
All right, so you got Avro, Turok, Higlak, Raymond, and then Casminus with the light, Gwynfor in the second rank. What about Haraeus? And these
Horace
guys?
is second.
His rear guard.
Horace doesn't have a spear?
Haraeus
So he had a
is rear.
spear.
Haraeus is rear guard. Mandonio is rear guard. What about
Yep.
Aguilar and Zayadana?
I think Zayadana is going to be on rear guard too.
Okay.
Should we reduce the rear guard from 4 to a
Yeah.
smaller number?
Yeah. We should have 4 second rank, with spears, and then Cassinus in the middle with this. Yeah, so we can fit 5 in the second rank, 4 of them with spears, and then reduce the rear guard to 2 wide.
If we put so to keep the rear guard at 2, we can only put 2 more in the second rank.
Oh, because wait a minute, we
Right.
don't have 4 more spear.
We don't have enough
folks?
people.
Then our rear guard for now is going to have to be the range guys, the missile guys.
We can still put Jenna in the second rank. She's got precise shooting too, so that she can still participate from the second rank.
Or third rank, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so something like that then. So Avaro, Raymond, Higlak, Turok in the front row, Gwynfor with a spear, Zaydana with a spear, Castinus with a torch, Aguilar with a spear, Jenna in the third rank with bow, then Terenius, Mules, Avarice, and then Haraeus and Mandonio in the rear guard.
And as soon as they advance past these doors, those Haraeus and Mandonio will fall behind Avarice.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
All right.
And what are you guys doing? Are you holding there or are you advancing westward?
No, let's advance.
Let's advance.
Let's go. Yeah.
Are you moving at combat speed or exploration speed?
Combat. I think we need to rush. He didn't trigger any traps, and so let's just go.
That's true. Let's do it.
Yep.
Okay, so moving at combat speed, you get to here. And oops, there is a closed door here to your north.
And so, do we
I didn't
think
hear any
that's
door
the
slam,
door?
did we?
You did hear a door slam.
We
yes.
did, but we don't know if that one's the one.
We
That was pretty
can
quick, though.
listen.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Yes, and can Jenna or could Jenna move up and then listen at the door?
Sure. Jenna, whoops. Jenna wants to go listen to the door. All right, give me a listen check, Jenna.
Okay.
Oh!
Wow. Okay. So Jenna hears what sounds like six orcs on the other side of the door talking and forming up.
All right. Let's just burst through the door while they're trying to figure out what to do. Higlak is the door breacher. So
Or we try to convince them to come out. Like, anybody got any ideas for?
Can you ambush them?
none of us speak orc is the problem.
I speak Orc, I think. I speak a lot of languages.
You guys didn't speak
I speak
kobold.
Orcish.
Yeah.
But there's only 6 there. We know, given the number of kobolds, I don't think this is going to be the whole Orc gang. Just 6. I'd be surprised. So I don't think they'll just surrender, But I can
Right.
develop
Yeah.
something in Orcish if you want.
I think we should just burst through the door and overwhelm them.
Yeah.
Well, someone needs to decide.
I say everybody just goes silent and see if they come out.
All right. Well, if they do that, then we can just form up at the door.
And get
You-
Jenna to fall back.
Yeah,
Length the-
Jenna
length
falls
the
back.
doorway?
And that means that'll preserve our ranks, so we can actually
Yep.
have a guard to the left and to the right in case, because there's quite the possibility that they'll come down from the left as well.
Yep.
Yep. Totally.
So maybe have Aguilar and Zeodana hold the left, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like that.
And I can. bring back our people who are, I can't see them, but the ones who are further back on the other side of Avarice.
Yeah.
And who's this here? Avaro has a spear and Turok has a spear.
So we're positioning to the
Laura-
left and right of the door, or directly in front of the door?
Directly in front,
Yeah.
I would say. So they're channeled. They come into 5. Bristling.
What's Hagelak's AC?
7.
Okay.
All right. So you've got no one. You've got an open flank here. So just as a
Yeah, we need somebody there. Do we have Mandonio?
Antonio.
Yep. I'm trying to move Horaeus.
Maybe have Jenna fall behind the mules and guard our Jenna and Avarice maybe behind the mules and guard our rear
Where do you want
in
Horaeus,
case
Sean?
something comes out.
Yeah. There we go. I think Avarice is gonna just hold the mules for right now. Now Avarice will just get his bow ready and just like sit in the middle, so that at the back we've got Horaeus and Mandonio. Oh no! I see what you got. No, I see what you got there.
This way, I mean, because Jenna and Avarice can both see in the dark a little bit, so they can warn us if anything's coming through these doors.
Yeah.
Might be the
Okay.
best way to do it.
Yeah. Let's do like that.
And potentially pull Horaeus forward too if we want to. I don't know. Or do you want him back there too? I don't know. I'm not playing him, but
Yeah. So right now at the rear we've got Avarice with a bow, Jenna with a bow, and Horaeus.
Yep, that works for me.
Okay. And Tyrannius with a dart. The deadly
and don't
dart.
forget the imp.
Okay.
Oh, and Ravela's in here, on the
Yeah, she's next to
center area. Yeah,
I don't
because
see
I don't
her.
know where her figure is, but that's where she'd be.
Also, we're down a mule. One of the mules vanished somewhere.
Oh, sorry about that. He didn't die. He just vanished. All right. So
Stubborn.
Those mules.
okay. All right. So I need I guess I'll make the check. All right. Okay. Well, let's go to what's happening here. Give me 1 sec, guys. So you guys hear the sound to the west of booted feet.
To the west in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Zeodana and Mandonio to the rear.
Sorry, you sit down the hallway to the west, so you're gonna move Zeodania and Mandonio away from.
Oh no! Wait a minute! Oh no! I'm sorry. I missed. Oh, okay. Tyrannius, you still got your torch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time to throw it down the hallway
To the west?
to the west. Right? That's where we hear the sound coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. I will step forward to behind the, somewhere up in the second rank and then toss it
Okay, go ahead.
to the west.
Make a roll. Oh, it scatters.
You know what?
All right, let's see what direction it scatters, with noon being the direction you were throwing.
Oh, hey.
Oh, well, that's fine then. All right. So, okay.
Oh, hey.
Your torch
Hello.
illuminates a large force of orcs has formed up in 3 ranks. Okay.
Until we didn't break through that door. Good call, Castinus.
I'm almost sorry I threw that.
Right?
Remember, they have night vision, so they could see us. We just couldn't see them. Or dark vision, or
Oh, I
whatever
know.
it's called.
All right. Zeadana's up first with an 8.
Oh, she's going to ready for charge. She's going to brace for charge with her spear.
Okay, she's ready. Aguilar up with 7.
He is going to do the same.
Okay. Spearman at 6 is holding. Castinus.
Castinus will delay.
Okay. Orc swordsman at 5 is up, and he goes "Ah!" and charges.
It looks like it's in. Oh, never mind. That's right. It's Zeodana.
Oh, and Zeodana takes
Takes the hit.
takes
Make the
the
attack.
charge.
Yep.
Let's go. Inventory, spear, 2-handed. And
All right.
So
He hits
hits
AC
13.
3 because of his charge.
13,
And
yep.
All right. He is gutted and killed. Okay. Nicely done. However, now the spearman that was on hold is also now going to charge and charges up at Mandonio. Do we have anyone near Mandonio that is readied?
Zeodana has a cleave, right?
Hmm?
Oh no, she doesn't.
She doesn't yet.
Never
No.
mind. Aguilar can't range there, can he?
Aguilar can, because he's got a spear and Zeodana is engaged to him. So yes, Aguilar can do it.
Okay. Then he'll take the charge.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. So the spearman charging on Mandonio. Doesn't matter. Doesn't break through his armor. Castinus, Mandonio is up.
Okay. Here comes Big Boom.
Let's see. It's AC 3 for 7. All right. His massive Morning Star cleaves into the creature and its brain spatters all over Zeodana. And then he goes back. And then he goes into a ready because he has a spare cleave. Okay. Avaro.
Avro. At this point, Avro is going to fire a short bow.
Really?
Well, wait, where am I?
You're in
should
the
have a
very
spear
front.
out.
You're in the front rank with the
yeah,
spear.
you're a spear, yeah.
Hold for charge. I recommend.
Oh. I always forget that's an option. Sorry. Yep. He's going to hold
right.
then.
Okay. So at this point,
Well, ready. It's actually technically
Ready?
ready for charge.
Yep. All right. At this point,
Sorry, I got
my
the camera.
orc swordsman comes rushing forward, attacking Mandonio again. They're trying to break your left flank.
Does he get to? Does he get to?
He go back to ready because he has a cleave spare, so he gets to attack. Yeah. Oh!
Mandonio!
Yeah. All right, that one goes down. However, this one now charges, and at this point, Mandonio is out of cleaves.
No!
Oh, that's bad.
All right, so that is, but I do double damage on charge, so I get another damage die. 5 points total on Mandonio.
Oh, Mandonio's still up, I think.
Mandonio is still up. Mandonio cannot be defeated by a mere orc, he says. Not even 2 orcs. And another orc comes charging forward. Maybe 3 orcs could defeat Mandonio. All right, so this one is going to charge forward and attack Zayadana. Actually, no. He's going to charge to there and attack Mandonio. He's a coward.
Or just wise.
But it doesn't matter. He misses. Okay. And Gwynfor is up.
I am going to shift to the other side of Castanus, behind Ziadana, and ready for charge.
Okay. Yep. Got it. Okay. So at this point, I have this spearman now, and he will go ahead and charge. Ah!
All right, I will give him a good what for. Oh, I didn't add the charge, so it's
That's a hit.
plus 4
Okay.
AC.
Gwynfor has slain him and goes back to ready. Okay. Another orc swordsman, and he now rushes up. So Gwynfor, you're still at the ready. Go ahead.
Oh,
Misses. All right. So that orc swordman takes his attack on Zayadana. Oh, and he hits her for 3 points. Zayadana
she's still up.
Still up. Okay. All right. Let's see this guy now. So he will come charging forward and attack Zayadana. Oh, savage. Oh, savage. And 9 points on Zayadana. She is brutalized and drops to -6 hit points. And he gets a cleave, and he will cleave onto Mandonio.
-6.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And Mandonio takes 5 more and drops to -2.
So at -6, does that mean she's dead?
No, she's just at -6 out of 6. There's no auto kill from hit point damage. It's just your penalties get worse and worse over time.
Okay.
All right, Turok Dorian.
So is Avro able to engage this guy who charged in, or is he too far away?
Avro? Oh yeah, Avro actually would have been able to. So because through Aguilar. So go ahead, Avro.
All right. And I would have a +2.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't hit. All right. Very sad. Okay. Orc swordsman.
Turok? No, Turok was up. Remember?
Oh, Turok. Yes, Turok.
He's going to step over between. He's like, Turok fight, good. That kind of there fill the gap.
He cannot really get in there. There are 3 people, 1, 2, 3, filling up a 10-foot space. So he cannot
okay.
get there. You could go there.
He wants to hold that. Can he? Let's see. Can he?
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
you
I
could
think
go
that's
around
the-
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if he can attack, he will.
All right.
He's got a spear, so I think he can.
Yep. All right. Go ahead.
No tactics.
He hits and kills him. All right. Spearman drops and Turok gets a cleave.
Like probably onto the swordsman. I think that'll miss.
No, that hits because the guy charged. So that kills him.
Oh wow.
All right. Turok, fight good. Told you. Turok, fight good. Okay. And Tyrenius?
Tyrenius is going to grab Zidana and pull her back.
Okay. Yep.
I don't see where Ravela is. Do we lose her?
Yeah.
Ravel
Let's
was
just-
next to you,
she's
so
just-
she could come up.
She's next to the mules. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
So no problem. So she could. I think she accidentally got deleted from the map.
Sure.
So we'll throw her down.
Yeah, so he's gonna go back as far as he can with her out of combat towards the safety of the mules.
Okay, got it. So he brings her back to Rob.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Yep. Perfect. All right. Then I have 2 spearmen left. And 1 orc swordsman that was on hold. Okay, so I guess orc swordsman charges in. So has Aguilar still have a hold left?
No.
And
believe he's
Avro does not
useless.
either. Raymond does. So Raymond.
Oh, so I thought my initiative count didn't come up.
I don't even see you on the initiative, Raymond. Weird. Somehow you didn't get put into the fight. So we'll assume your initiative has already come up.
Okay, all right. Then I will go ahead and smite. Sorry, wrong character sheet here. There. Nothing.
Almost. Okay. All right. Well, this guy attacks and misses. Okay. This one here comes in and he attacks Avro. Misses. And this last one comes charging up and he attacks Turok. And he misses. Okay.
Alex, so Castinus delayed, and then I didn't see Jenna on the. I mean, I guess you left the
Well,
Jenna's back here. I guess she didn't get on the fight either, so she can act absolutely.
and did
Yeah, so
Higlak
she-
or nor not?
Higlak hasn't acted either,
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Ravila.
nor has Horace actually.
yeah. So Jenna will take a shot at that first spearman next to Mandonia.
That one.
Yep.
Okay. So she's at -4 if she shoots at that one. No penalty if she shoots at this one.
At the one in the. Oh, okay. Then she'll shoot at that one.
Okay. Misses. Okay. Horace.
Horaeus is going to ready, just in case somebody comes.
Okay.
Avarice is going to reach into one of the mules and ready a military oil.
Awesome. Okay.
And then Castinus is Castinus is going to drag Mandonio back to behind Gwynfor.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good.
But not that far, so that the light is, so that I'm still, yeah, exactly.
All right. And who is Ravila going to attend to? Mandonio or Zeodana?
I think Zeodana.
Zedana. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. So Zeodana, let's check you out here, girl. You're in bad shape. So creatures' hit points are -5, +2 for hit die value makes it -3. 3 ranks of healing makes it 0. Treated right away +2, and horsetail makes it +4.
Oh, all right. Oh, well, yep. 1d20 + 4, and doing a lay on hands or anything won't matter anything.
Oh yeah, lay on hands would make it better. You'd get an additional +1.
All right. Need every point we can get.
Okay, d20 + 5. All right. So she's critically wounded. She'll die unless healed to 1 hit point within a day. Give me a d6
Okay.
roll. But it's a puckered scar shows she suffered a puncture wound, minor scarring. So that's not too bad.
Minor scar. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So she'll live.
She got out of that one better than I thought.
Yeah, she got out of that a lot better than I expected. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So I need to make a morale check for the orcs at this point.
Zeodon is still at -6, though.
She is. So you have a day to get her back to 1.
So that's going to take some
that should
tagging
be-
healing, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to take some mojo.
We got some spells for that.
We got spells for that. All right.
Spells and herbs.
Creature -2, defending layers. Okay, so all right, so the orcs are going to fight on.
Whoa.
Error resolved.
The judge is on fire today.
Unfortunately, he missed with a lot of those spear charges. That could have been a lot worse, I think.
True.
Yeah. The judge.
All right, you can remove Zayadana from the combat. Okay, so Ravala's up first if she wants to try and now heal Mandonio.
Yep.
Might as well. Let's go.
Okay, Mandonio's at -2 out of 8, so she'll heal it +4 for hit dice. No bonus for con, +2, +3 for her healing, +5 within 1 round, +7, and Horsetail +8. 9.
Let's go, Mandonio.
$18. Okay. So Mandonio recovers in shock with 1 hit point. He needs magic healing and 1 night of bed rest. Give me a D6. 2. So a pair of ribs has been shattered by the forceful puncture, so he can no longer force march.
Okay.
But he's at 1 hit.
Mandonio doesn't seem like the force marching type anyway, so.
Mandonio planned
No.
to take it easy anyway. Okay. All right. That was it for Ravala. Goes to Avarice.
Avarice will delay.
Okay. Goes to Avaro.
Rice and row.
All right. He is going to. We're going to do short sword. To the swordsman in front of him.
Okay. Do it. Oh, no.
Oh, what's going on today? He slips in the guts and ooze on the floor.
Yeah.
That's exactly why we didn't have Ravila try to extract the poison.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So true.
She would have extracted it right into herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
It goes to then Tyrannius.
He's looking. He's going to try to.
relight a torch. Right?
Oh, I could do that. I was in the mood to throw a dart, but I got a target over here. This one
Even
spearman down that way.
Yep.
Even better.
Totally chuck a dart at him if you want. Oh, it was almost a hit.
Luck is not
Okay.
with me.
All right. It goes to Gwynfor.
All right. I will. I think I'll advance slightly to fill the gap here,
Okay.
and then I will attack probably the one to my left.
Okay.
Makes sense. Oops, wrong character.
His AC is still 1. He has yet to act after his disordered charge.
Oh, sweet. But not good enough anyway.
Oh,
okay.
dude, what is up with our rolls?
All right. Let's see. All right, the spearman is up, and he go ahead and attacks. Oh, okay.
Dude.
Well, he does 1
Who's
point of
it?
damage too.
What was that too?
Turok. It's a beautifully well-placed blow, but Turok is just not built like normal men. Heart not in that spot, he says. Higlak, you're up.
Higlak is going to ready for anything coming through the door.
Okay. Aguilar.
Eglor is going to spear that swordsman in
Yep.
front of Avaro. That right there.
Yep.
It should do it.
That did it, yeah. Okay, so that orc is dropped, and so he can cleave. So you could step 5 feet and cleave on either of those guys.
I think I'll not step forward 5 feet and lead against this guy if I can.
You cannot
Right.
without stepping
God.
forward 5.
Oh, I have to. Okay, I'll step forward then.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, wow.
Oh.
All right.
Yes.
He goes down as well.
I've taken all your
Savage.
good rolls,
All right.
Willie.
Aguilar is proving himself a true hero, and he says, I am Aguilar, and I am death, with his squeaky voice as he rams his spear into the creature. All right.
Well, hold on. Let me take a look at this guy. What's his charisma?
5. He's got no beer and level stats all the way down the line, and then 5 charisma. Raymond, you're up.
Oh.
Check out Turok too, Newton.
Oh gosh, this is so wild. Oh! Dude, what? Turok! Oh!
Turok, strong as bull. Turok, tough as bull. Turok, smart as bull.
It's amazing he survived childhood.
It's like COD 15, which got him through it.
Turok have tough childhood, made tougher. All right, so
So
Raymond, you're up,
awesome.
man.
All right. I am going to hold on. Oh,
Hold the door. It might break open.
Yeah. Ready
All
with
right.
Higlak at the door.
all right. Yeah. Well, I'll do one better. Actually, well, maybe not one better. I'll do full defense at the door.
Okay.
Yeah, to soak the attacks if necessary.
All right. Next up is an orc spearman back here then. And so he is going to attack Turok. He misses Turok. Castinus.
Turok, good at
Delay.
this.
Okay. Genevale.
Same arrow shot as last time.
Okay. She hits him, but she only wounds him. Okay. Orc Spearman has been wounded. All right. Turok.
Turok will attack the spear guy right in front of him.
Okay.
Man with it.
Oh,
Turok have long day.
Okay. Sorry. Haraeus.
Delay.
Okay. All right. This Orc Spearman is going to attack Turok.
Why everyone pick on Turok?
Turok big. All right. Unable to get through his heavy legionary armor. At this point, the door to the north opens, is bashed open. And we reveal the second flank of orcs. Okay. So the door is bashed open, and this orc steps forward into the breach.
So Higlak can attack him, correct?
Yes, Higlak can attack him. Yes.
I can't see. I can't see through the open door. Is that?
It's on Avro. That's what I did, and it works then.
You should be able to see through. I clicked on your guy, and I can see through. Oh, nice. All right. So Higlak.
Oh, there it is.
Higlak takes out the guy before he's able to attack. But this one kicked the door open, so he's not advancing. But another one comes rushing forward. Higlak, take your cleave.
Take the cleave! Dude, what is up with our cleaves, man?
All right. He's attacking Raymond. And he hits AC 4. Not enough. Okay. So this one here, gosh, they were really hoping. Oh, he can't advance because they were really hoping to push through that door, and now their plan has kind of been foiled. So, okay, they're kind of stuck there.
Discipline.
Yep.
One of these days, if Beastmen ever write, we're going to come across this tutorial about not fighting through doors because the Grey Brotherhood likes to block them.
You know, it's like sending your tanks in an attack unsupported by infantry.
Well, they had support.
On a one-lane road.
They did everything they could to attack your left flank to get you away from the door, and you didn't move. So, what's an orc gonna do, man?
Orc's gonna orc.
Unlawful.
All right, Aguilar is up with a big 7.
All right, he'll just work on this left flank some more and go for this guy next to him.
Okay. Oh, which reminds me.
Oh,
What? What on earth would just happen?
So
I don't know why I rolled.
takes his spear. Okay.
I don't know why I rolled 2d6, but
Roll those 2d6. That was something I was doing.
oh,
Okay, Avro, you're up.
Avro still has. What did he break? Did he break his? What happened with his sword last time when I rolled?
Nothing. You don't
one?
break swords,
Okay.
just spears.
All right.
Wait,
So
does Avro have a spear?
I think he still has his spear. He broke it in the last combat.
And then we
Picked another
picked
one
up.
up. Is
And
that
then he
right?
replaced it. Yeah, so he got another one. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna stab forward into one of those new orcs that has appeared in the doorway.
All right, do it. Miss.
Insane.
All right.
Aguilar has broken 2 spears this time.
Yeah.
this
Did our guys go out drinking before we went to the temple or
He's
something?
holding. So let me make sure the Markinda is holding. Okay.
Oh, and those are all swordsmen too. They can't fight in the second rank. That's awesome. They're truly choked.
But Jonathan, I can't fight from the second rank either.
Raymond, you're up.
Okay, so I was on full defense the last turn, so now I am not. Okay, so I guess I could attack.
Or you could stay on full defense. Either way.
Yeah, no, I'll stand on full defense. Yeah, I'm thinking about that because I don't hit very well anyway,
All right.
and it's good to soak the attack. Yeah. All right, let's go.
All right. So this guy is up, and he is going to try and attack you. Actually, what he's going to try and do is overrun you.
And that's a versus strength, right?
Oh, it's an attack at -4. So
He's not going to make it.
Nope, he does not do it. He does not do it. You're just too well defended. Okay.
Hey, hold the
Gwynfor.
line. I will work on clearing up these guys in the back. I'll work on the guy closest to me there.
Okay. So these guys have declared a retreat, and so you are at +2 to attack them. Their morale broke with natural ones.
It did not add
Oh,
to
that's
two.
what the double ones was. Oh,
So I'll hit
All right,
AC
so
5.
Gwynfor, he turns his back to you. Your spear plunges in between the shoulder blades, severing the vertebrae. His legs turn into jelly, but he doesn't realize yet. He continues to lunge forward from the chest, trying to escape, falls down and dies. You have a cleave.
A little jelly, the next one.
Okay.
AC 1.
AC -1. So
I didn't add +2.
Plus
so
two
it
would
hit
get-
AC 1.
AC 1 is not quite enough. Not quite enough. Needed AC 2. Okay.
all right, guys. We need remedial training on cleaves.
Okay, this guy is also now holding. All right. Castinus.
Castinus is going to exchange the lantern with Mandonio so that he is carrying the light source now.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then I will just move just like right up here.
Okay, very good. Higlak.
And Higlak chops that guy in the doorway.
Okay. There it
Yeah.
is. All right. Higlak beheads him with a fierce blow. Okay. Goes back to ready because he has no cleave. And one of the orcs that was on hold immediately rushes forward.
So Higlak attacks again.
That was a cleave tutorial, Higlak. There we go.
Oh, wow. Takes him out as well. All right. Well, this one comes up. They are going to force this doorway.
Oh my goodness, Higlak has so many bonuses.
All right.
3 from
and he's
strength.
attacking you, Higlak.
Damn, wow.
And misses. Wow. Okay.
Can only one fit in the door at a time? Or can two? Out of curiosity.
I didn't hear you.
Can only one fit in the door at a time?
Only one can fit through the door at a time. Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Aberrant, you can block with two, but only one can fit through the door at a time. So Aberrant. And those guys happen to all have swords, so it wasn't ideal.
Yeah. Swords, they need more space.
Yeah. Avarice?
Avarice is going to delay.
Delay. Okay. All right. At this point, this is what happens. Boom. Okay.
Oh, dude, what?
And
Oh my goodness.
a number of orc champions heavily armed with spears come bursting
Oh,
up.
shucks, man, this got
And then
bad.
behind them is the chief, and he says, "You may have made work of my men, but I will feast on your corpses."
All right, we need a race on this side. Oh snap! Well,
All right.
I'm gonna cast for the next turn,
All right.
the next round.
They get up to there.
And hopefully, who just lit a military oil? Hopefully, they have high initiative.
So Avarice can still use it. He can still move and throw it right now.
Avarice is just delayed right now. That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's Jenna's turn right now.
Okay. She is going to fire at one of those retreating spearmen.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's got a +2 against them, right? Or
Yep.
they've got a yep. Oh,
Miss. Okay. Haraeus.
Haraeus is going to move up next to Gwyn 4.
Okay, and ready?
Yep, and ready.
Okay. Tyrannius?
Tyrannius is going to come up sort of like behind Castinus and lob some military oil forward to the...
Nice. Who do you want to target?
The chief, like you did last time.
Yeah, I'm going to toss it all the way back.
All right, do it.
Oh, when it counts.
All right, give me a D8.
Oh, even better.
Oh, wow. The chief is on fire. And then the guys near him all get splashed. So let me make...
The chief is on fire.
I'm going to yell at Orcish. I'll yell at Orcish. Meet the...
Wow. All right. And they all fail their saves. So that's D3 splash damage, Willie. Give me D3.
Oh, even better.
2 points. Okay.
2 points.
Wow.
Will, you were just saving up your bad rolls to get that one really.
Yeah, seriously. Just kind of just waiting for that to happen. You know.
That's
wow, that was savage. Okay. Absolutely savage. All right. Well, next up is this spearman who goes, "Wah!" and leaves for the rear. And then this one leaves for the rear.
I mean, that morale check was so bad that they run past their chieftain, man.
Yeah, natural ones. Okay, Ravelo the Crone is up.
Oh, man. I think she's holding, right? Because she's already done her healing on, unless she can do more healing on Zayadana.
No, there's nothing more she can do. I mean, she could, but like, I wouldn't do it right now. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it right now.
Turok then.
No, if he readies to hold charge, that'll go into next round too, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll ready to receive a charge.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I've got an orc
I think we
swordsman
can
up
go
there.
with Avarice.
And okay, yeah, go ahead, Avarice.
So then Avarice will move. He wants to do the same thing that Tyrannius did.
Got it. All right, make the check. Oh,
Oh, it's just D20.
it is a D20. Yes.
That might be
Okay.
enough.
So,
And doesn't he get his dex bonus too?
he would
get
get
that?
his dex bonus, which is 13. So that would make it a 14. So that is an AC. All right. So it is not enough to get a direct hit, but it does do splash damage. So, so the chief makes a save. All right, chief save, so he does not take further damage. But let's check for the other guys.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So they're saving this time. Nope, he fails. He fails. All right, so give me a D3 damage on 2 of them back here. All right. Those guys are badly hurt.
oh, and they take damage the second round also.
The chief does. Yeah,
Oh,
the chief is
the chief will.
chief is burning. Yeah.
Is that 1d8
Yep.
again? Awesome.
Okay. I think that's everyone. So we go into the next round of combat.
I'm casting.
You're casting? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I am rolling. Okay, Ravelo's up, then Aguilar, Terenius.
Ravela is holding. Yeah, Ravela's holding.
Okay.
Aguilar's going to take a step back to form that.
Yep.
To
He's like,
Harass.
Okay.
I don't want to
ready?
be alone. And ready.
Okay. Terenius.
Terenius is feeling the wonderment, and he's going to throw his other flask of oil at the chief again.
Amazing. All right. And actually, at this point, I
maybe-
believe since it's the start of your initiative.
Oh, true. Maybe he won't.
And another D8 damage on the same initiative. Yep. So Terenius, go ahead and roll D8 for the second damage on the chief.
Oh,
All right. The chief
feel
has been
vindicated.
unable to put out the fires, and as you're like readying another one, he drops dead.
oh, savage.
Burn it.
All right.
Burn it
go ahead and
all.
throw.
I will target one of the other guys in the front row
Champion
then.
here in the front, right? Yep. Okay. Oh, it's a miss. Okay, roll for scatter. Give me a D12.
Same general direction.
Scattering at 11. Yep. So it just splashes on this guy instead. Okay, so we got to make some saves. He made a save. That one failed. Next one failed. Made it. Okay, so 2 of them failed. So give me a D3 for damage.
So they've taken 5 points of damage from fire, some of those guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And they haven't even closed the distance yet.
Bad luck. Okay, or bad tactics. I'm not sure which. Raymond?
Holy Circle goes off. So everybody
right.
within 10 feet, 10-foot radius. So friendlies within a 10-foot radius of me get +1 save, +1 AC.
Okay, nice. So
Including myself.
10-foot
So, hey.
radius of you?
10-foot radius, that's what you got.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay. There you go.
Boom.
Castinus.
Castinus is going to move back here just in case.
Okay. And hold. Ready? Anything?
Yes, and ready.
Okay. Jenna.
Jenna is also going to do the same thing, facing away from the melee, and she's going to ready with the bow.
Okay, got it. All right. Higlak.
Chop the guy in the door.
Yep. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
absolutely savage. Oh, okay.
Wait,
Actually, the guy in the door is tied with you on initiative, and his group now has fewer members than your group, so he actually got to attack first, and so he is going to attack Raymond.
Oh, okay.
1 second. And he hits a mighty AC 7 on Raymond, who
Nope,
is
I'm AC
9 and misses him. All right. And then a moment later, it was his best blow, his killing, his special move he's trained all his life to deliver, brings it down, and the magic Vominar goes, oh, and deflects the blade. And a moment later, Higlak finishes him. All right, Higlak, do you want to step forward and cleave, or let them keep coming through the door?
Let them keep coming through.
Okay. Turok.
Turok is going to ready to receive a charge.
Okay. Reyes.
Ready to receive a charge.
Okay. Avarice.
Avarice is going to move back this direction and ready with the bow facing to the rear.
Okay. So my orc champions for some reason got dropped off the initiative, so I'm going to take them now. All right, so this orc champion is rushing forward at Win 4.
All right, Turok is there, I think. For some
Yep.
reason, I got darkness right in that little gap, so I can't see very well. Okay.
Yeah, well, it is in fact darkness because it's in between the light of the torch and the light of the.
Well, so remember, Mandonio has the lantern now.
That's right. So there it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Perfect. Thank you for the reminder. All right. Go ahead. Turok rolling on. Okay. So Turok kills the orc champion as he comes rushing in. All right. Then I have an orc champion over here. And I guess he'll run at Turok. Turok seems really dangerous. So Turok, you have your cleave.
Turok is dangerous. I didn't add the +2, so that'd be AC3, I think. Isn't that right?
AC3, and the champion is AC4, so he manages to avoid your attack and attacks Turok. And hits Turok. Oh.
Still up. He has one more hit point.
Nope.
So the orc didn't charge, correct?
Oh, no!
Did.
Oh,
The orc did or didn't charge?
He did charge.
He did. Oh, so he had an AC of 6 as a champion.
No, Jonathan added the 2.
Yeah, I added it.
All right, so he drops
So how many points did he take total there?
11.
11? Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. So he's down to -6.
Yep, and he then cleaves onto Gwyn 4. But misses. Okay.
I'm not seeing the die rolls anymore. Let me see.
It's just weird laggy things happen. Okay, this orc champion is up, and he will now also rush at Gwyn 4. Anybody got anybody on hold that can attack him?
I think Aguilar is, I believe.
And Haraeus.
Yeah, he's ready.
Haraeus is closest. Let's do Haraeus.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, miss. All right, Aguilar.
He's with a sword now since he broke another spear.
Oh, if Aguilar's with sword, he's not in range.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right. So
Never
then
mind.
I'm attacking Gwyn 4 with spear. Oh, and I hit AC 9 for
A hit.
3, and I do another D6 because of the charge. 5. So a total of 8 points on Gwyn
brutality.
4, who drops to negative.
So I'm down
Yeah. Okay.
again.
Well, I mean, a lot of people are down. All right. And so that one is then going to take a cleave onto Haraeus. And miss. Okay. All
All
right.
right,
then
we're
we
going to need some archer support back on the western flank.
Orc Swordman comes running in, attacks.
Was it
I
Higlak
think,
on?
Yep.
Yeah, Higlak has
Higlak
a
is ready,
cleave.
wasn't he?
Yep. Higlak, go ahead.
All right. Higlak, here we go.
Yep. All right. Higlak kills him. Avaro.
Alvaro's trying to decide which way he's going to run to engage, or if he should just
Left
brace
is more
for charge.
dangerous. Or brace, one or the other.
Yeah, he's gonna ready for the charge.
All right. This next one comes charging in. So I guess Avro, go ahead.
Oh, there it is.
Finally.
All right. Avro guts him. Creature falls off his spear like a limp rag. Blood sprays all over Heraeus as it spurts out of its artery. And Avro, let's see. You could step 5 feet and cleave if you want.
Yeah, this is a time when I would.
Okay.
Yeah. We need to roll these guys up fast.
Because that flank is collapsed on the.
Do I still get a
On the-
+2 on the other?
You
on
do.
the other orc?
Yep.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Yep, you got him. All right, Avro rolls up the flank. Okay. So Gwynfor is down. So
Down.
Ravila could try to, take the risk of healing him.
I
Probably
wouldn't
from
go
the
there.
other corner. Probably from the other corner. Yeah, from there.
all right,
Yeah.
so Ravel is going to run in and do that. Well, let me finish my attacks then, and we'll do it at the end of the round. Okay, so this guy comes rushing in to attack Avro.
Ooh.
Oof.
I might miss him, actually. Avro's got
Misses.
pretty good AC.
Okay. And this one comes rushing in to attack Aguilar.
Aguilar's ready for that.
Aguilar's ready. Okay.
What?
But misses.
Boss went down.
He misses. All right. And then this one up here rushes in to attack. Still trying to get through that door. And misses. Okay. All right. So Gwynfor, you're at +2 for same round, -2 for where your hit points are, +2 for your hit dice, +3 for Ravela's healing, +2 for her. So you're at +7. Oh, 26. Incredible. Okay. And now give me a D6 roll. All right. So you see a brief vision of the afterlife, but it is not your time, Gwynfor. You are back up with 1 hit point and ready to fight.
You're experienced, man. You're a pro at this.
Yeah, you're like, I've been dead before. And
Keep
it wasn't
knocking me
that
down. I
bad.
keep getting back up.
Yep. All right. You're back in action. And
Elves have them 9 lives, man.
okay, give me a sec, guys, because I have to make morale check. So
Oh, that's right. Their chieftain died.
yeah, they're not in a happy place right now. All right, so they've lost -2 there. They've lost more than half of their start, more than 2/3, so -7, defending alive, +5.
-7 on a 2d6.
Yeah. All right. So the orcs throw down their weapons in surrender.
Oh man.
Hit a Turok.
Yeah, I guess we start
Still
tying them
behind
up.
Okay. Well, that ends the fight.
All right, we'll start.
And
What about, do we still have another wounded character?
Oh yeah, we got a bunch.
Turok's down.
Yeah,
The Turok's the only one who
is
hasn't
still
been seen to.
down. Yeah, Turok is the only one who hasn't been seen to. So, Roblo, you want to see to Turok?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, Turok has Constitution bonus +1, hit die bonus makes it +5, but his hit points are quite bad, so that makes it 0. 3 for healer makes it +3, and +2 for horsetail makes it +5.
He didn't have a heavy helmet by any chance, did he?
He did not.
No. Okay. Newton, you going to make that roll?
Oh!
No, we'll just take that one right there now.
Actually, did he get? Is this one round within one round? He got taken out last round, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually a 27. Yep. So he's back in action with 1 hit point.
I roll 1d6 down here.
It sounds like Turok's too dumb to die. Oh shucks! What?
Nice.
All right. So
27-6.
Choosers is a slain passing by. He awakens with 1 hit point. He's all good.
Awesome.
He's just too dumb to die.
Yep. He's like, oh, was that supposed to hurt?
You got a big skull.
So you have captured 1, 2, 3, 4 orc prisoners, plus 2 more back here, so a total of 6 orc prisoners. And we will wrap up there because it's after 1. So it's a good session and a good victory.
Wow.
Woo. All right.
That was tense.
Interrogation and loots.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got 3 sets of manacles. This is part of the reason we got
Yep.
this. So
Yep. So we'll do the interrogation. We'll start that off next session. This is a good stopping point with your victorious.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That was awesome. Willie, your double 8 damage on
That was crazy.
Oh my god, that turned the tide of the battle.
Yeah. After
and
all
the
those,
rats.
after all those
Yeah, and the
misses,
rats.
one after another.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
You had 2
in the
criticals
clinch-
there, Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the clincher.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
You see,
He just hangs out in the bullpen until things get really dangerous, and then he throws a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, strikes the guy out, and he's like, "All right."
Yeah.
Maybe we should just buy like 40 spears and put them in the ox cart or something. 'Cause those spears we broke in this fight is
God, we're going through
insane.
yeah, we were not rolling at our best, but that's okay. The tactics in the end went out.
Yeah. I mean, I tried really hard, right? Because basically their battle plan was the first wave was going to charge out and try and break your left flank. And they figured that would then cause you guys to turn and try and defend that flank. And then what was supposed to happen is once the sound of the fighting hit the ears of the guys in the room to the north, then they were going to charge out through the presumably unguarded doorway at that point right into your rear. And then the chief would then come in behind to mop up. And that did not work out how they hoped.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah. It's just Raymond and
Wow.
Higlack's refusal to budge from that door.
Yep. Like,
Yeah.
That was
not gonna move.
Yep.
Oh
Wow.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Raymond's AC is actually kind of crazy.
That's
When
good to see. Yeah.
Yeah, going on full defense, and then if not doing that with the Holy Circle, that helps out the bigger, more of the
Yep.
party. So,
Yep. Yeah, it was great. They
man,
their attack failed. All right. Well, you guys took out a lot of orcs, and
yeah, no, it's good that we just went out to meet it head on. We went to meet it as opposed to trying to run away.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think we picked the perfect position with you guys blocking the door there, so
yep.
that really worked really well.
Yeah, it did. It worked really well. So great stuff. Great
That's
fight,
good.
guys.
Steve's
Well
back.
done.
That was a tough fight.
That was a tough
yeah,
fight.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That fight for the southern flank.
Yep.
A lot of wounded souls and loyalty checks when we get
Yeah, we got so
Yeah.
it's gonna be Turok, Zayadana,
Antonio.
Mandonio.
Yeah, have to make
That's it.
loyalty. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's call it there. That was a great session, guys. Congratulations on an awesome and well-deserved victory. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Look forward to
Sounds
it.
good.
Grant will be happy with the update, I'm sure.
I can't believe Grant missed this battle, man. He would have loved it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just chop
All
it
right.
down.
Good night, my friend.
All right.
Good seeing y'all.
Thanks, Alex.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See it.